we're going to react to a little more Jeffrey Epstein. As usual, as per usual. We're, we don't admire Epstein by any means. I do admire his genius. I will say his genius when it comes to financial markets, but outside of that, man, he was a monster. He was brilliant in the world of finance, though. That we can say for sure. I know nobody wants to admit that, but he was brilliant in the world of finance. Straight up, I know people don't want to admit it. Give me just another moment. We're pulling up a little bit of information here. Jeffrey Epstein, bro. And now I'm busy loving myself. Ooh. Do. If you ever feel like you do not belong, newsflash, baby, you are not right, you are wrong. Are you ever gonna let them hear this new sound? Yeah, 'cause it's fire, it's fire. I'm going higher and higher. Joe Rogan! He was in the files for a little bit. Joe Rogan's innocent, brony. E.T. My brony bro, you're my pink brony bro. And we dance at the gay club, oh my god. I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong. Okay, we're ready. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. He dodged liability? Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. 100. Yeah, don't forget to send me a happy poop yum yum, dude. The more happy poop yum yums we get, the better. No, you cannot be... Dude, you can't be a mod. I don't let anybody. I don't have moderators on this channel, bro. We are not about moderation, dude. I'm a fat boy. Do you think I'm about moderation? Hell no, bro. I'm a fat boy. On a steel horse I ride. I'm wanted, dead or alive. But yeah, if you guys can send me a happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum. Don't forget to tap the like button. The more that we get, the better. Happy poop yum yums. I appreciate it. And, yep. Oh, yeah. Do you guys think I'm sexy? Ty Lord says, I'd be mod long before anyone here. Actually, yeah, honestly, if I were to give moderatorship to anybody, it would only be to my closest friends, because I know that they wouldn't actually do anything with it, because they know how much I love freedom of speech. But yeah, I mean, it would have to be my closest friends. And by the way, even with my closest friends being mods, even if that were the case, I would insanely restrict. I would have a lot of insane restrictions that would basically just only allow them to put people on timeout, and that's it. The only restrictions I would even give them the ability to do, if that ability exists, that is just have them time people out. Because you see, I don't want anybody perma-banned. I am not a fan of permanent bans. I'm really not. I think permanent bans are the devil. They are the devil. Because I want people to speak their mind. You know, even if what they're saying is completely disgusting, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Like, I don't even care if I agree with it. Unless it's like, okay, but there are exceptions. Like, I will report a chat if I think it's promoting like things like terrorism and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm going to report that. But outside of it, though, man, everything's pretty much fair game. Alex Jones did that, and they removed him from YouTube. Why? Why would they remove him from YouTube? That doesn't make any sense. Alex Jones is the man. I'm wearing a man thong. Hey guys, make sure you guys send me happy poop yum yums. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop. Oh, free speech, yeah. Happy poop, happy poop. We're only 19 subscribers away from hitting 8,100 subscribers. Get this, we're only 19 subscribers away from hitting 8,100 subs. So make sure you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you tap the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. So whatever you guys can do, I mean, it really helps the channel in more ways than one. All right. Let's take a look. Happy poop, yum yum. Okay, so I'm seeing what we're going to react to today. I'll probably react to a bunch of gape horn. Just kidding. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Hey, we got 4 votes. 2 people want to give me a happy poop, yum yum, dude. Hey, thank you, Dot Focus, for hitting the like button, though. I really appreciate it. Hey, to anybody out there, make sure you tap the like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if possible, give me a happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum. But did you simp scribe? I hope you guys did. The more simps we have, the better. The more simp scribers we have, the more I thrive. I thrive on the simp scribers more than anything. 'Cause I need you and I want you crawling underneath my skin. Like the hunger, like the burning, to find the place I've never been. Now I'm broken and I'm fading. I'm half the man I thought I would be. Oh, no one saw it coming, dude. Donald J. Trump, is he on the Epstein files or not? What is happening?
This is what's so fucking insane. I did not expect this to happen. Trump was one of the first
whistleblowers. Trump was one of the first whistleblowers of Epstein. Really? I'm curious.
People who was a whistleblower on Jeffrey Epstein. More evidence that Trump was the original Jeffrey Epstein whistleblower is coming out in the court documents.
Holy crap. So this entire time, everybody's been witch hunting Donald Trump. And it turns out that Donald Trump was the good guy this entire time. It turns out he was the good guy this entire fucking time. And you all thought he was hanging out with that pedo Epstein, but it turned out he was the first one to rat on him. Huh. Who would have thunk? Turns out that Donald Trump might be the good guy after all, but let's see.
Was responsible for Epstein's first conviction. So you remember whenever this came out?
When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant.
I can tell you that I talked to President Trump back in 2009, and several times after that, he helped me. He got on the phone. He told me things that were helping our investigation.
I now see why Biden didn't release the Epstein files when he had 4 years to do so. I don't think anybody was predicting this. This is the file. Knew Epstein was disgusting. Trump said Maxwell was Epstein's operative. She is evil and to focus on her. Trump told Blank that he was
crap, dude. Holy crap, dude. Donald Trump. I didn't think I would say this, and I wasn't too sure, but it looks like Donald Trump is the real MVP. Not only is he one of the greatest presidents of all time, he was one of the first people to rat on Jeffrey Epstein. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Epstein once when teenagers were present, and Trump got the hell out of there. Trump was one of the very first people to call when people found out they were investigating Epstein. No one could explain how Epstein made his money.
So that's why Hollywood and the mainstream media hate Trump so much. He ratted on their boy. The mainstream media in Hollywood, they all love Jeffrey Epstein, right? They all practice Satanism. They were all eating babies on the island. So it makes perfect sense, allegedly. But no, this makes perfect sense. That's the reason why the elites hate Donald Trump. Because he narked on Jeffrey Epstein. Donald Trump actually has morals, it looks like. And everybody thought, oh, he's mentioned on the list several times. No, he's mentioned on the list because he whistle-blew several fucking times.
Prince Andrew was a fixture in Palm Beach. So Jeffrey Epstein thought that Trump ratted him out. Epstein came to believe that it was Trump who had first caused him to be
No way. No fucking way, bro. Unbelievable. This is amazing. It turns out the guy that everybody thought was on the list the entire time for diddling was actually the one. He was the one who ratted on Epstein to begin with. No fucking way. That is awesome, bro. That's amazing, man. Go Donald Trump for... Go DT, man. Donald's the man. Hey, by the way, I voted for him in 2016, 2020, and 2024. I'd vote for him again if I could. Thank you, Donald Trump. You're the man, dude. Dude, Donald Trump straight up ratted out Jeffrey Epstein because he knew that Jeffrey Epstein was a total pedo, and Donald Trump helped the FBI gather evidence on Jeffrey Epstein. So in a lot of ways, Donald Trump saved the day. Donald frickin' Trump saved the day.
Investigated by the law enforcement in 2005. This is also one from 2016.
Bill Clinton.
Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of problems. That island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew. He'll tell you about it.
Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, dude, Donald Trump narked on everybody. That's why the Hollywood elites hate him. That's why, because they were all wanting to go to Epstein's little island and do satanic shit. That's why the mainstream media hates him, because they also probably practice what's called Satanism, where they all eat babies. It's disgusting, man. No, I'm glad that, it's really cool. Trump ended up being the good guy the entire time. Have you guys ever watched the anime Bleach? Have you guys ever watched the anime Bleach before? So, Donald Trump give me a second. Ichimaru Gen. By the way, we're gonna do a comparison here. Donald Trump side by side. Give me one moment. Okay, there's no real side by side of him, but this character from Bleach, okay? Anybody familiar with the anime Bleach, okay? Everybody thought that this guy, Ichimaru Gen, was the bad guy, all right? And everybody thought that Captain Aizen was the good guy, right? Now, get this. Ichimaru Gen aligned with Aizen. However, the only reason he tried to align with Aizen in general was because he wanted to kill Aizen. He knew that Aizen was a bad actor, a terrible person. And the entire time, Ichimaru Gen was acting like the villain. But in all reality, he was there to get rid of the villain. So what I'm trying to say is this, that Donald Trump is the Ichimaru Gen of this story. I repeat, if you guys are familiar with the anime Bleach, this guy right here, Ichimaru Gen, and Donald Trump have one thing in common. They both took down the bad guy. Or they tried to, I should say. I take that back. There's one thing in common. They tried to take down the bad guy. Both were technically unsuccessful, right? I'm going to say this right now one more time. Ichimaru Gen from Bleach and Donald Trump. They're not the same person. But my God, Donald Trump is our Ichimaru Gen. Oh my God. Back to the show.
The island was an absolute cesspool.
He has quite obviously conducted himself in a manner unbecoming, yes.
Unbecoming? He was a sex offender.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm being polite, in the sense that he was a sex offender.
But you were staying at the house of
Yes.
a convicted sex offender.
It was a convenient place to...
Chris Rule says, yo, Mike, the suspect in the Nancy... got you. The Nancy case is now in custody. That's good. Were they able to find her, though? Were they able to find Samantha Guthrie's mother, Nancy? Because that's scary, dude. That really is a scary situation, because I hope she's still alive. I hope she's still alive somehow. I mean, the whole situation's incredibly fucked up, by the way. It's incredibly fucked up. Blows my mind, man. Blows my mind.
Stay. There is, I mean
Right.
that I threw him out of a club. I didn't want anything to do with him. That was many, many years ago. Now, other people, they went all over with him. They went to his island. Find out the people that went to the island.
Yeah, why is he in the clear? He's not in the clear, but what it was showing is that before any public scrutiny occurred, Donald Trump expressed concern about Epstein directly to the authorities.
Okay, they found her location. Good. They have a location on her, and they are heading to the location. I really am hoping that she's okay. I sincerely hope that she's alive. In connection to the case, okay. Well, I hope she's still alive, man.
It seemed pretty obvious to me that Donald Trump and Epstein were pretty close at one point. It's very hard, really, for me to say that, you know, like, this guy's totally innocent. But at the same time, whenever you're the guy that's ratting this person out before anything ever happens publicly, then I do think that looks very good on you privately. I think it absolutely does.
Yeah, so it turns out that Trump was the good guy this entire time. Turns out that he was the one who ratted out Epstein to begin with. So in a lot of ways, everybody thought, in Bleach, everybody thought that Ichimaru Gin was the enemy. Turned out, he was the guy that was trying to save Soul Society's soul. Because Ichimaru Gin acted like the villain. Any of you guys familiar with the anime Bleach, by the way? So Ichimaru Gin, everybody thought he was the villain, everybody thought he was the bad guy. Turns out that Captain Aizen was the bad guy. And of course, Ichimaru Gin aligned with Aizen to pretend like he had become the villain. But in all actuality, Gin was trying to kill Aizen in the anime. Do you see what I'm saying? So Captain Aizen ultimately, you know, couldn't have been stopped by Ichimaru Gin, right? He couldn't, sadly. But Gin tried to stop him in every way, shape, and form. And it was true that Gin actually did have the ability to potentially beat Aizen. You want to know why? Because his sword had the ability to extend as far as Ichimaru Gin wanted. So, for example, the sword may have been this big, but he could have been like... Yeah, it's incredible, man. Incredible. Like, really unreal, bro. Nights are lonely, the days are so sad. So if you guys can, please like the stream and or send a happy poop gift. 10 joules, man. It just costs 10 joules to send me a happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum.
When curiosity...
Oh, Piers Morgan.
Now apologise for... I'm going to give you the opportunity to now apologise for saying that it was a fake.
Are you kidding? Come on, Piers. You know me better than that.
What are you referring to?
Okay,
I'm
this is
referring
good.
to you being in the Epstein files, of course. They might have been...
Piers Morgan was in the Epstein files? What? Frog is wondering where's the jerky. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. No. Oh, my God.
Girls that were abused, that is not the wording, but it was not a sex trafficking ring.
Ms. Harvey.
I just want to get the right information out there because there's a lot of disinformation.
Yeah, and most of it appears to be coming out of your mouth.
What is your message to Lady?
If you guys can, though, please make sure that you tap the like button. The more likes we get, the better. So don't forget to tap the like button as it really does help the channel grow. We're currently at 6 likes. We're trying to get to 100 likes before the stream ends, so don't forget to tap the like button right now, right this instant. If you don't press the like button now, man, I'm gonna get sad. The nights are lonely, the days are so sad. I just keep thinking about the love that we had.
Victoria Harvey.
How are they so immature, reckless, self-entitled?
where you've got this lady talking about being.
I think it's hilarious that she's been like glazing. She's been basically glazing Jeffrey Epstein. Like, this is crazy. I can't believe how much she is glazing Jeffrey Epstein. She's glazing the files. She's essentially saying if you're not in the Epstein files, you're a loser. That's pretty much what she's saying, and it's really crazy to me. So yeah, if you're not in the Epstein files, I mean, you haven't accomplished anything, is what she's saying. That's so crazy. Oh man, that blows my mind. It really does blow my mind quite a bit. Just the whole thing, the Jeffrey Epstein situation, and wow.
Being part of a club as opposed to a public-spirited moral leadership that Britain and America have provided to the world.
With the greatest of respect, I think you talk utter shit. You don't give a damn about these girls.
Piers Morgan's about to drop some, Piers Morgan. Oh, the virtuous Piers Morgan. The most virtuous man in the world. You better say you're sorry. You better apologize to Piers Morgan. He's about ready to cry. If you guys can, though, don't forget to tap the like button. The more likes we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. So please, like I said, tap the like button. And if you can, send me a happy poop yum yum. Once again, send me a happy poop yum yum. Also, we're trying to get more subscribers. We're currently 19 subscribers away from hitting 8,100 subscribers. So we're really close. So, yeah, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, too. It really does help the channel grow. If you think Piers Morgan is kind of a twat, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys think that, I'm kind of sexy, please subscribe to the channel. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Andro5678, I do not want to debate you. It would be pretty cool. I need to get Tim Smith on the show, though. Although I'm not on StreamYard at the moment, so that kind of sucks. One of these days, though, I need to find a way to get Tim Smith on here without the need to have StreamYard. I need to figure that out. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Subscribing to the channel actually helps us grow quite a bit. We're only 19 subscribers away from hitting 8,100. Once again, we're only 19 subscribers away from hitting 8,100 subscribers. So keep up the subscribes, baby. Keep subscribing, everybody. Andro is saying, scared. Andro, I'm not scared of you. I'm annoyed by you. Dude, Andro, I'm not scared of you. I'm annoyed by your existence. How about this? If you have any questions that you want me to answer in the chat, I'll answer them. But I'm not going to have you come on the show and waste everybody's time. Because, Andro, I know, just by the way that you speak in the chat, I know that you're a woke piece of garbage. And that even if I was to debate you, it would be a goddamn waste of time. A goddamn waste of time, bro. Bad Bunny's pretty sexy.
Many Americans of all political persuasions are rightly furious that the Epstein files have not so far led to serious consequences. Multiple VIP men have been humbled and embarrassed by the latest tranche of documents. None have lost their jobs. Nobody's being prosecuted. Make sure that you guys tap the like button, though, more importantly. We're trying to get to 100 likes before the show ends. Well, I should say before the stream ends, we're trying to get to 100 likes, so please tap the like button. The more likes we get, the better. It does help the channel grow, and it does make my pee-pee feel bigger. Life goes on, but not in the UK. The scandal may end the career of the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, who is clinging to power by a thread. Top aides are quitting to save Starmer's skin, but it was his decision to make Peter Mandelson the UK ambassador to the US. It was his decision to honour a man who chose to remain friends with a paedophile and faces a criminal investigation for leaking government secrets to him. Now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the disgraced former Duke, is accused of leaking trade secrets to Epstein too, 2 years after his... But yeah, like I said, you guys tap the like button as quickly as you can. The more likes we get, the better. It does help the channel grow, so please tap that like button. Tap that like button. His conviction. This following new claims that Andrew had sex with a woman sent by Epstein on royal property. The Prince and Princess of Wales have allegedly responded. They are deeply concerned by the continuing revelations, a spokesman said. Their thoughts remain focused on the victims. Well, frankly speaking, given the enormous scale of the damage to the royal brand, it will take a lot more than that. We'll debate all of the latest fallout in a moment. We'll begin with somebody who's done more than most to secure the release of the files, now rocking the British and American establishment. California Congressman Ro Khanna joins me. Congressman, thank you very much indeed for coming back to Uncensored.
Thank you for having me back on.
This better be good.
You've been sitting through Ghislaine Maxwell's deposition, where she, I understand, refused to answer a single question about any of this, pleading the...
Okay, so we're going to skip ahead to the guests. I think it's going to be more interesting to watch the guests argue with each other, so we're going to skip to minute 14 and 50 seconds.
The former Prince Andrew, Lady Victoria Harvey, the royal author Katie Nicholl, the attorney Spencer Kuvin, who represented several Epstein victims, including the original victim who led to Epstein's conviction, and the commentator and editor at the New Statesman, Ollie Dugmore. Welcome to all of you. Well, Lady Victoria Harvey, let me start with you, because last time you were on Uncensored, we discussed the infamous picture of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Virginia Giuffre, and you said this.
Andrew has never carried a wallet in his life. He's got a wallet in his back pocket. There's many pictures of Jeffrey Epstein with the same trousers. Jeffrey did carry a big wallet in his back pocket.
So you're saying the picture was faked?
There's nothing real about this image, Piers.
Well, what is the motive?
Because I want this guy to stay alive.
But who is the? What is the motive
in this case?
What is the motive of the person who, in your view, falsified this photograph?
Oh, well, they were taking down the royal family. What?
It's called blackmail, dude. It's basically called blackmail. I see where she's coming from on this one. She seems like she's a little bit of a crazy person, but I do see her point. The more I look at the photo, it does seem kind of doctored. You know what I mean? I think the photo looks a little bit doctored. Absolutely. So I kind of see where she's coming from in this one. I kind of do.
Well, who were?
Maybe Israel. Who knows?
So we now know from the document dump last Friday that Ghislaine Maxwell sent an email to Epstein, said in 2001, I was in London when Virginia Giuffre met a number of friends of mine, including Prince Andrew. A photograph was taken as I imagined she wanted to show it to friends and family. That is clear confirmation that Ghislaine Maxwell...
Thank you guys for tapping the like button. The more likes we get, the better. So double tap the screen to like the video, but also we're trying to reach 100 likes in the next 30 minutes. I think we could do it. So we're trying to reach 100 likes in the next 30 minutes. So please double tap the screen to like it if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you can too. We're trying to really grow as a YouTube channel, and the more likes we get, the more subscribes we get, the more people I can annoy on the internet.
Maxwell, who's in that picture, knew that picture had been taken and it was genuine. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to now apologize for saying that it was a fake. Because clearly you were wrong.
Are you kidding? Come on, Piers. You know me better than that. So I spoke to Ghislaine.
She's like, yo, I ain't apologizing for shit, bro. I ain't apologizing for shit. That's what she's saying. She's like, I ain't apologizing, bro. Piers Morgan, you British asshole, I ain't apologizing. That's what she's saying. That's exactly what she's saying, bro.
Maxwell's lawyer about that. It was a draft statement that had actually been written by a...
Oh, and if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button. It does help us grow. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. We're currently at 8,083 subscribers. So the more subscribers we get, the closer we get to 10,000. We're trying to get to that 10,000 subscriber marker. I don't know when we'll get it, but we're going to, if you got to eat, the question is, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So how do I get to 10,000 subscribers? One subscriber at a time. So if you guys can, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. And, yeah, the more you guys can do, the better. I mean, it just, you guys are incredible, and you guys have all been very, very helpful in making the show what it is today. No, seriously, though. If it wasn't for you guys, I mean, this show would not be as good as it is today. You guys have been a major part of this show. Each and every one of you guys on here. And I got to say thank you.
A PR person. It was not ever approved by Ghislaine, hence it was never used for anything, and it just sat there as a draft, and it ended up, look, everything ended up in the Epstein files, all right? Like, I'm even in your file.
You're in what, sorry?
I'm in your Epstein file.
Oh, damn. She's... Wait, were they on the same page together? Like, was Piers Morgan and this gal, were they on the same page somehow together? That's the question I'm trying to ask and trying to uncover here. Because I don't know. I just don't know. Are they on the same page? That's the question we got to ask.
What Epstein file?
Well, you're in it, obviously, because you're not a loser.
Oh, that's funny. Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan is in the Epstein files. That's hilarious, bro. It's probably because Piers Morgan is a hypocrite, and it doesn't shock me.
Well, we're going to come to that ridiculous statement in a moment, but what are you referring to?
I'm referring to you being in the Epstein files, of course.
Oh, you guys, don't forget to tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. If you can, also make sure that you guys tap the like button, though. The more likes we get, the better. It does. It keeps the channel afloat, and you guys are one of the main reasons why this is all coming together the way it is. And again, I want to say thanks to everybody. You guys are incredible, man.
For what?
Just, being at a drinks party, possibly.
Yeah, Piers Morgan, baby.
You must have read it, surely.
Yeah, that's not in the files.
It is in the files.
Piers Morgan's in the files? OMG. OMG. I mean, this is crazy, bro. Piers Morgan is in the goddamn files. How is this possible?
No, that was from her deposition
no, it's
months
not.
ago.
I promise you.
No, it's not in. It's not in the files.
I saw it in the file. I've read your whole file.
You can literally search all 3 million documents in people's names. I'm not in it. The picture you're talking about, the picture.
You're in the Epstein file.
Yeah, dude. Piers, are you mentioned in the Epstein files or not? I don't trust Piers at all. I think Piers Morgan is a stupid hypocrite, and I don't like him. But let's keep watching.
I mean, after the show,
Piers Morgan sucks so hard.
The only connection I've ever had to either of them, as I've said many times, is I met Ghislaine Maxwell.
I will say that I think the reason I hate Piers Morgan is because I see a lot of... He's like the British version of Michael Garza. He is the British version of me. We're both really, really good at getting people to hate us. We're both really good at rage bait. And we're really good at making people... We're really good at acting virtuous when we're really not virtuous at all.
For 5 minutes at a book launch in New York. She was then asked about that in her lengthy testimony, and she said, under oath, that was the only time she ever met me. I never met Epstein or anything else.
But just Google yourself in that government website. You come up quite a lot.
No.
Oh, shit, we just got a happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop. Yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, yum, yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum, yum. Happy poop, yum, yums are my favorite gift of all time on YouTube. So if anybody wants to gift me a happy poop, yum, yum, I will totally, they make me calm. If anybody wants to give me any happy poop, yum, yums, though, Piers Morgan and I are the same dude, basically, except for he's British and I'm not. We both suck at our job. So here's the thing. Piers Morgan and I are very similar in the sense that we're both really shitty at what we do. You know, he's a commentator, I'm a commentator. He sucks, I suck, is what I'm trying to say. Piers Morgan is shitty at his job, in my opinion. And so am I. I'm not very good at this. I'm not very good at reacting to things. I'm kind of shitty at it, but I have fun doing it. I'm not out here, though, trying to tell everybody that, oh, I understand humanity. Oh, I understand. Channel for their... Hey, the Zinc Roofer. My favorite chud. The Zinc Roofer is my favorite chud of all time. I think he's a bot account. I'm pretty sure the Zinc Roofer is most likely an AI bot account pretending to be an old person. That's what I believe. I believe the Zinc Roofer is an AI chatbot that is pretending to be an old person, trying to be virtuous on people's chats. He's like, define woke. Every time he comes into the chat, he's like, define woke. Define woke. I'm just going to keep calling you guys woke. Basically, woke people, you know what a woke person is? A woke person is somebody who has made their politics their core identity. That's what a woke person is. A woke person is somebody who made their politics their core identity. Politics is stupid for the most part, and people make it their identity. That's the most idiotic thing that you could do. Never, and I mean never, make politics your identity. Ever, ever, ever. Period.
You're talking about other people talking about me. We're talking about the Epstein file dump that came on Friday.
Hey, thank you so much, He Hate Me. I appreciate the happy poop yum yum, though. Everybody subscribe to @he_hate_me. I want to thank you so much, my brony bro. Thank you for sending me a happy poop yum yum. I appreciate it. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum.
Friday.
But exactly. So you've come to my very point when I said if you're not mentioned, you're a loser, because people that are mentioned in it might not.
No, and I think politics are gay. I think politics are stupid. I really do. The only reason I talk about it is really to make fun of it. I make fun of lifelong politicians. I think most politicians suck. I think the Republican Party sucks. I'm pretty mega, I guess, for the most part. I like Donald Trump quite a bit. But at the end of the day, Democrats and Republicans, they have to do quite a bit to earn my vote. I mean, I'll never vote Democrat again because the Democrat Party lost me a long time ago. So I will never, ever, ever vote Democrat. But I'm always willing to vote Republican because they tend to make the most sense to me majority of the time, especially when it comes to fiscal responsibility. Republicans are more fiscally responsible than the Democrats, in my opinion.
Not have even had affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein. They might never have met him. But the fact is, they were mentioned possibly in an email that was sent to him. Hence, they ended up in the Epstein files. Do you get it now?
Well, I don't quite get the point you're making, but in relation to being a loser if you're not in them, do you understand how crass and stupid that looks to people when you say that?
It basically was meant as if you are a mover, if you were like a mover and a shaker in the like high echelons of society internationally, you were in those files. Hence.
Yep, exactly. Because if you're a somebody, I mean, if you're an upper class somebody, I mean, technically you're probably going to be mentioned in the files somehow. So she's not necessarily wrong. I mean, losers like myself, losers like Michael Geza, like myself, we're not going to be mentioned in the Epstein files because we're fucking losers, right? But Piers Morgan is a part of the upper echelon of society. This gal, I can't remember her name, she clearly is, blah, blah, blah.
Everybody from Ben Affleck to Matt
happy
Damon
poop, yum, yum.
to Elton
happy
John
poop, yum,
to
yum.
Meryl
happy
Streep,
poop, happy
everybody
poop, happy
is in
poop,
those
yum,
files.
Let me bring in...
I don't even know what Piers Morgan... I just see Piers Morgan moving on from it, but whatever.
Let me bring in Spencer Cooven. Spencer, you represented the very first victim of Jeffrey Epstein, who was this 14-year-old girl who was abused by him, and that led to the conviction for him being a paedophile. two things about this, because I've seen you talking about this. I wanted to get you on the show to discuss this further. One is that it strikes me if the authority...
Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum. Piers Morgan, what you gonna ask this guy? Piers Morgan, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Are you gonna take a poo? Take a poo. Piers Morgan is so cute. He is so cute. Piers Morgan takes a toot. He takes a toot. Everybody, get on the floor. I'm going to put all the names of the people who subscribed in the last, 24 hours. Not all of them, just some of them. So you're going to see some names pop up. People who have... These are people who have subscribed in the last, 24 hours or so. These are some of them. So be prepared to see a lot of names flash up on the screen and hear laugh out loud quite a few times.
Laugh out loud.
The legal authorities have done their job properly, then Epstein could have been stopped in his tracks by what happened in that case, and they didn't. He got away with it. He was treated with unbelievable kid
Laugh out
gloves,
loud.
and as a result was able to continue his nefarious activities for many more years. And secondly, I saw you say that the categorization of your client as a prostitute, given she was 14 years old,
laugh out loud,
again, you felt was grotesquely wrong. So just explain that, and also maybe elaborate on my point about he could have been stopped then.
Yes, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. These young girls, as you point out, were 14 years old. Another was 15, and another I represented was 16. They were all within that age range. They had never, ever done anything like this before until they were enticed to go to Epstein's mansion here in Palm Beach. They certainly were not anything close to being a prostitute, which is why it was so insulting to them and their families at the time that the government would accept a plea such as that. This was sex trafficking, point blank, and they let him go. And as a result of letting him go, he continued his friendships as we know.
Yeah, it's pretty windy right now. I live in North Bend, and it's pretty windy. And yeah, it's a little windy, a little rainy. It's a little frustrating. I don't like it.
Laugh out loud.
Pisses me off.
Now see, with very high-profile individuals, including royalty, for example, the time that Andrew came to his home in Manhattan.
Yeah, and...
Yeah, when it's windy and rainy in North Bend, I get a little bit cranky. I don't like to talk about it.
Why do you think it was? I mean, there's been lots of speculation about this, but why was it that he was able to do such a cozy deal at the time of his conviction?
Well, we're now seeing close relationships that he had within the government itself. He had close relationships with Bill Barr, who later became Attorney General. He had close relationships with people within the institutions of government in D.C., very close relationships with top lawyers throughout the United States. I think that the federal government, frankly, just chickened out. I think they were afraid of the defense that would be put on in defense of Jeffrey Epstein. And in order to just quickly put this to bed, they were thinking that they would silence this, put it to bed, give him a small conviction, put him in jail, and that would be the end of it. And unfortunately, or fortunately, it wasn't the end of it. And now we see the entire conspiracy that went on to cover this up and the people that were involved with him, regardless of those convictions.
We just had a dump of 3 million documents from these files, but we're told there are at least as many again that are not going to be released. How on earth does that square with transparency? I asked Ro Khanna earlier, the congressman, he said it doesn't. But I mean, what's going to happen about the other 3 million files?
That's a good question. And I've had conversations with the congressional committee. I've been interviewed by them as part of their investigation. And the one thing that I suggested to them that this law that...
So I live fairly... I'm not going to give you my exact location, Zinc Roofer, but I live pretty close to the airport, yes. I will say that I live within a mile of the North Bend airport. I'm not going to give you my exact location, though, because I don't want you stalking me, bro. Because I know the Zinc Roofer wants my bussy. I know that he wants my bussy. And the Zinc Roofer, I know that you think I'm hot, but I'm within a mile I am about within a mile of the airport. I live pretty close by. More like half a mile. But I'm not going to give away my exact location because I don't want creepy stalkers like you stalking me at my home in North Bend, okay? I try to keep my location as incognito as possible.
They passed as missing is an enforcement mechanism. It's left up to Congress to enforce this. What I suggested is that they amend the statute to allow for a private right or private cause of action by the victims and their counsel so that we could then bring action against the federal government for their failures to redact names of some of my clients, which they did, and for the over-redaction of names, which we want released, and finally, for the full release of documents, which, by the way, I've been clamoring for the release of all the security tape video that they have from inside Epstein's homes, which is not...
Yep, they're trying to get all that security footage, bro.
...not been released yet.
Well, thank you, the Zinc Roofer. Why did you want to know where I live, by the way? Like, why do you want to know where I live, dude? Can you give me an answer as to why? Dude, the Zinc Roofer, do you live in Oregon? And if so, do you want to just meet up for a beer, bro? Do you just want to meet me for a beer? I'll go to a bar and I'll talk to you, bro. If you ever... by the way, I assume that the Zinc Roofer lives in Oregon or is visiting Oregon. I will not invite you to my home. I refuse to do that. But my brony bro, the Zinc Roofer, if you go to a bar in North Bend, I'll be more than happy to have a beer with you. Keep my fingers out of your nose. What are you talking about, dude, you fucking weirdo? Tish Lay is like, why? Yeah, I don't even... Dude, the Zinc Roofer, man. Come on, bro. Just don't try to stalk me at my home. I know I live in North Bend. I get it. I live next to the airport. Sure. But you live in Winchester Bay? Hold on. So you mean to tell me, the Zinc Roofer, you live in Winchester Bay? Hold on. Dude, wait. So wait, you live in Winchester Bay? Facebook. You on Facebook? Hey, if you're on Facebook, man, let me know what your name is. Let me know your first and last name and I'll find you. You live on 10 Mile Lake? Okay, so Zinc Roofer, you live in Winchester Bay. That's fabulous. But what is your name? Oh, wait a minute. I think I just found you, bro. I think I just found you. Zinc Roofer. Dude, I think I just found the Zinc Roofer on Facebook. Hold on. I think I just found you, bro. I think I just found you on Facebook, bro. I can't believe it. I think I just found Zinc Roofer on Facebook. I'm going to confirm, though. Just give me one moment, bro. I think I did, dude. Give me one more second. I think I just found him. Okay, I'm calling Zinc Roofing. I think I just found him. Zinc Roofing. Hold on. Is this it? It might be past the office hours. So this is Zinc Roofing and Air Conditioning. Hello? Can you hear me, bro? Yeah, I think I might have found him, dude. The Zinc Roofer, by the way. So he is the Zinc Roofer. I think he owns the Zinc Roofing Company in Winchester Bay, I think. Maybe not in Winchester Bay. Hold on. So, dude. So, wait. How do I find you on Facebook, bro? How do I find your ass on Facebook, bro? Can you prove to me that you're not a bot? That's the question.
Yeah.
How big a monster are we talking when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein? I mean, the more and more we read, the worse it gets. He looks to me to be ultimately one of the worst sexual predators in modern history.
I can tell you, Piers, I met the man on 3 separate occasions. He is what I would personify as the devil incarnate. He is a man who had absolutely no remorse about anything he had done.
Well, yeah, Jeffrey Epstein thought he was the good guy. That's the problem. Is the villain rarely sees themselves as the villain. That's the irony about this, is Jeffrey Epstein did not see himself as the villain. In a lot of ways, Jeffrey Epstein, unfortunately, saw himself as like a savior more than anything. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem here.
Done. He attempted to bring explanation after explanation to validate or somehow make normal what he was doing to children. And even to the day when we settled cases with his counsel and him present, he was just adamant about his denial about anything wrong, even though he would admit that he had had sex with these children. And
okay, so you used to scrape barnacles off the bottom of boats. That sounds pretty badass, actually. No, I'm not even being sarcastic. That does sound kind of cool. That does sound kind of pimp.
It was just horrific.
Katie Nichol, welcome back to Uncensored. I was saying a few days ago that Britain is being hit simultaneously with the biggest royal scandal I can ever remember in my lifetime and the biggest political scandal I can remember in my lifetime. To me, way worse than even the Profumo scandal back in the 60s. It feels like, for the royal family, this is a very perilous time. And you're beginning to see them speaking out, but in a way that is very royal-like, kind of how they've always done things. And I'm not sure it's going to work. I saw the Prince and Princess of Wales' statement. It seemed very bland, very wishy-washy, very meaningless, actually. You saw Edward saying a couple of lines. You've seen the King now tonight coming out with stronger language. But ultimately, until Andrew is actually under oath in front of investigators here in the United States, I don't see how this doesn't get a lot worse for the royal family.
Well, Piers, I think they're almost in an impossible situation. I was speaking to a former palace aide actually last week for a piece I was writing for Vanity Fair, and they said that
this lady looks really woke. I don't know. There's just something about this lady that just has woke vibes all over her. I can't tell. I can't tell if she's woke or not. She's a wild card to me.
Worst
She could be
constitutional
woke.
crisis
She may not be, though.
Since the abdication, and when you consider the 90s, obviously, you were a newspaper editor at that time. You know exactly the sort of stories that were going on. The death Diana almost threatened to unhinge the monarchy at one point. It's not like this is a monarchy that has sailed through the decades seamlessly. There have been many challenges, many turbulent times. I mean, don't need to go that far back to Harry and Meghan leaving when we were wondering if that might be a constitutional crisis just because of how it left.
Give me one moment. I'm doing what I can to be a better man. Give me one moment, you guys. I'm putting out another poll. Like this. What I need you guys to do is I need you guys to like the stream and send a happy poop yum yum. I need you guys to send a happy poop gift.
The state of the monarchy, but this, as you say, is in a different sphere altogether. And when you comment on how the royals are reacting, I think we have to cut them a bit of slack because they are in uncharted territory as well. I mean, unless Andrew gets up and is questioned, and we understand now to Buckingham Palace that the palace will be willing to cooperate with the Met Police, Thames Valley Police if they have to, but unless Andrew is up there testifying and answering those questions, is it for the king to apologise on his behalf? I don't personally think it is. I think the king's done everything he can do. He's stripped Andrew of his titles. He's pushed him out of Royal Lodge. He's keeping him contained on the Sandringham estate. I don't feel that it's the king's position to apologise. I know there have been protests. I know he's been heckled. He's in a very, very difficult situation. But this is uncharted territory. I think the one person perhaps who could have answered some questions is indeed the late Queen. And of course, she's not here to do that. But she was the one that sanctioned that 12 million payoff to Virginia Giuffre. Let's not forget a woman who Andrew can't remember meeting.
He can't
and yet
remember.
There was a rumoured, estimated, we don't know for fact, but £12 million settlement.
I think he's I think Prince Andrew's pretending, dude. I think he's lying. It just feels like he's lying, bro. Lying through his teeth.
So questions being asked just about how much the late Queen Elizabeth II knew about what was actually going on. But until we hear it from Andrew, it's speculation.
Yeah, Ollie Dugmore, on the politics side, as we're talking, Sir Keir Starmer, I would say, is more likely than not to be out of Downing Street imminently, given the way it's all playing out.
Oh shit, Glizzy Breath sent a torch for 200 joules. Thank you, Glizzy Breath. Everybody, make sure you guys check out Glizzy Breath and let him know that you think he's sexy for sending a torch. I want to thank you for sending the torch, my pink brony bro. I appreciate it. Now, obviously, we're going to accept any gift, but our favorite gift on this stream is the Happy Poop Yum Yums. Happy Poop Yum Yum. Happy Poop Yum Yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum yum. Everybody loves the happy poop yum yums, okay?
Which would be an extraordinary part of this scandal. We've seen Mandelson obviously lose his job and now facing a police investigation. There may be others that follow. We don't know. We're going to get a release of all the
Thank you again,
contacts
Glizzy Breath. I
between
appreciate you, bro.
British government members and Mandelson.
You're the
when
man,
he was
dog.
over in Washington.
You're the man now,
And
dog.
who knows what that's going to reveal?
Oh,
Because the bottom line is, from the moment Keir Starmer...
Oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit. Happy poop, yum, yum. Happy poop, yum, yum. Happy poop, Glizzy Breath sent a torch, yum, yum. Glizzy Breath, he sent a happy poop, yum, yum. Happy poop, yum, yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop, yum, yum. Happy poop, yum, yum. Happy poop, yum, yum. Happy poop, happy poop. Happy poop, yum, yum. If it's gonna make you come, happy poop, yum, yum. Don't even say that. If you like it fat, everybody knows what we gonna do. Happy poop, yum, yum is always for you.
last week that he was told before he appointed Mandelson that Mandelson had continued his relationship with Epstein after the conviction. All bets are off.
Hey, guys, we're only 16 subscribers away from hitting 8,100 subs, so make sure you guys tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one, so please subscribe to the channel. If you can, tap the like button, but more importantly, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
I think this is a case of when, not if. And at the beginning of the year, when we were talking about, the May local elections, this could prove to be a really tricky time for Keir Starmer. Well, I think he's sat there now wishing he could make it to the May elections. I mean, there's peril all the way through, not least the by-election in Gorton and Denton in Manchester, Labour stronghold that...
Oh, shit, Glizzy Breath, dude, thank you so much. Everybody give a shout-out to Glizzy Breath. Make sure you guys subscribe to @Glizzy Breath. Sent a laughing disco for 250 joules. Once again, @Glizzy Breath sent a laughing disco for 250 joules, man. I want to say thank you very much for that, bro. I appreciate it. You're a pink brony, bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh, my God. Dude, where the hell is Jack's Cab Confessions? By the way, Jack's Cab Confessions, if you're in the building, I love you, bro. I love you, Jack's Cab. Also to all my brony bros, my pink brony bros, I love you guys. But Glizzy Breath, thank you so much for being a sugar brony. I call you guys my sugar bronies whenever you give gifts, so we got to give a shout out to Glizzy Breath. You're a very sexy sugar brony, and I appreciate it, bro. You're a pink brony, bro.
Very seriously under threat from both Reform and the Greens. I'm hearing from party aides in both of those parties that the polling is showing it's a three-way race. It's an extraordinary thing to be able to say in a greater city region where Andy Burnham virtually won, I think, every single ward bar one in the...
No, man, I love it when Jack's Cab Confessions is in the building. So anytime Jack's Cab is in the building, man, I get kind of a boner. I get kind of a stiffy.
Last election in the greater Manchester area.
But you guys, don't forget to tap the like button. We're trying to get to 100 likes in the next 30 minutes. I repeat, we're trying to get to 100 likes on this stream in the next 30 minutes. So don't forget to tap the like button. And if you can, if possible, please subscribe to the channel.
Look,
back to the show.
Morgan McSweeney, his chief of staff, has resigned. I thought the wording of that statement was very telling. It spoke about the advice that he gave. And at the heart of this, advisors advise and ministers decide.
Oh, shit, dude. Glizzy Breath just sent a clapping seal. Dude, I think I can respond to these. Hold on. I have to go into the YouTube app, though, to properly respond and give love to these. Hold on. You're a pink brony, bro.
That he gave. And at the heart of this...
Okay, cool. I was able to respond to the clapping seal. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for that clapping seal, by the way. My pink brony bro. Thank you very much for that, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep that up on the screen so that way I can respond to those accordingly. hold on. The zinc roofer, what are you talking about? First Street at 13th Street. What are we talking about? Is that where you live? The zinc roofer, is that where you live, bro? Because if that's where you live, man, that's cool. Go get it, bro. First Street at 13th Street. I don't know what that means, bro. Is that in Winchester Bay? Wait, what? Why did you... Okay. Okay, I was trying to play dumb, Zinc Roofer. I was trying to play dumb, okay? But you know what? Fuck. How did you figure it out? How did you figure out my address? Zinc Roofer. How'd you figure it out? I want to know, bro. How the heck did you figure out my address? I just want to know. What are your secrets? I know, but what are your secrets? How did you figure out my address? I mean, that makes me a little nervous, man. It makes me a little nervous.
At the end of the day, it was Keir Starmer's decision. He was persuaded by his chief of staff.
But the show must go on.
Laugh out loud.
Oh, we got Major General Tao has become a member again for 3 months. Hell yeah, dude. Hey, this is Major General Tao's 3-month anniversary as a member of the Michael Garza Show. Everybody give a round of applause to the Major General Tao. Thank you, my brony bro. I appreciate you being a subscriber, a member for this long. So, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Dingus Park, Mingus Park.
Staff. If you read the New Statesman last week, our cover story by our political editor, Alva Ray, covered this in some detail. Starmer was initially favouring George Osborne to be appointed to...
Yeah.
Oh, if you guys can, though, don't forget to tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're currently 16 subscribers away from hitting 8,100 subscribers. Once again, we are only 16 subscribers away from hitting 8,100 subs. And let's give another round of applause to at Major General Tao for his 3-year anniversary. Not 3-month anniversary of being a Michael Gaza Show channel member. We got ET saying, just got to follow you home from Dingus Park. Feline Gaiman says, brony bros. Tim Smith says, I searched for long Dingus member and this stream came up. My boy Tim Smith in the house. Hell yeah. So, Tim, I am going to try an experiment here in a bit. I don't know if this is going to work, to be quite honest. I have no clue if this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a try, okay? I'm going to try to get Video Ninja to work. Now, I can't guarantee that we're going to get Tim Smith on the show tonight, but I want to try an experiment to see if we can get Tim motherfucking Smith on the show tonight. It may not work, but it may. I don't know. So let's try this. Video Ninja. Okay, create a room. Enter the room name. Brony Bros. I don't know. Let's just call it... Let's call it Michael Garza Show. We'll call that the name. Michael Garza Show. Optional room password. That might be a good idea. We don't need a password. I mean, the guests can see the director, but not other guests' videos. Okay. Okay, so the guests can see the director. The director will be performing as well, appearing in group scenes. Okay. Okay, so the guests can
laugh out loud. Anyone else feeling peak beta hag max? FF.
Anyone feeling? So we are, by the way, give a shout out to my boy Major General Tao. I appreciate you, my brony bro. You're a pink brony bro. And you dance at the gay club, oh my god. He's just having fun on the stage in his hooves. Tim Smith says, I'm tired and drunk. I am ratings. Absolutely, bro. So I'm going to try it. We're going to do an experiment. I don't know if this is going to work. I want to see if I could get Video Ninja to actually show up on here. I don't know what the result is going to be. This may totally fail and fall flat on its face. I want to make sure everybody's clear on that. What is SSO? No, I'm good. I don't need SSO. Enter the room's control center director role. Okay. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Use an OBS render. Okay. So copy the link. So this is going to be tricky, you guys. I don't know how this is going to work. I mean, literally, this might fall in its face. So this right here. So I have zero clue if this is going to work. We'll see, though. I'm going to invite somebody.
Laugh out loud. Bro, pink brony bro. Give us a little verse.
Pink Brony Club. I'm going to keep on prancing at the Pink Brony Club. I'm going to keep on fapping down in West Hollywood. I'm going to keep on fapping with Major General Tao at the Pink Brony Club. I'm up and Major Tao's balls are on the floor. Everybody's looking at us, calling us whores. We are wearing disco balls, and everybody's looking at our poop-stained overalls, singing, God, what have you done? You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club, oh my God. Okay. So I think I might have fucked up on something. Hold on, you guys. Video Ninja should be at the top. We'll put it at the... No. I want to make sure Highlight Chats is there. Major General Tao says Major General Tao actually works in West Hollywood. It's super pink. Hell yeah, bro. Major General Tao. We're trying to get Tim Smith on tonight. I'm not going to promise anything. I am actually trying to get this to work. I'm about to unleash on Bad Bunny, Epstein, and Labubus. Hold on, Tim. Enable director's microphone and video. Let's see. Yeti microphone. Allow while using the site. Okay. Whoa. What the? Okay, I don't know how this is going to work. Hold on. Allow using... Oh. Hold on. Damn it. Okay, hold on. Okay. Well. Okay, this is doubling. So I have to mute this. There we go. I think you guys could probably still hear me. I'm not doubling, hopefully. Okay, give me a moment. Tim Smith will get you on here in a second. Don't worry. I think we will. I think we can. I think we could pull it off. It's gonna be interesting. I gotta ramp up the volume. Ramp up the volume. Everybody. Okay, hold on. I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I got to admit, man, this shit's confusing. It is very confusing. This is. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Boy. I'm trying to figure something out real quick, you guys. Sorry about that. Let me just read what. Okay, I gotta try something a little bit different. One moment. Trying to get this to work. Okay, Tim, I'm going to try an experiment, okay? I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to send you a link. But by golly gee, I don't know how well this is going to work. This is a big old fucking experiment here. What the hell? Okay, copy it to clipboard. Hold on. I gotta see if this shit actually works. Hold on. Okay. So I'm gonna send you... Well, hold on. Let's join with the camera real quick. I want to see what happens when I join with the camera. Just allow it. Whatever... I don't care. Just let me join the room, man. Just disable video. Let's start. Okay. Testing. Testing 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, hold on. I mean, I know Tim likes to be on video, so I want to get Tim on video for sure. Bear with me, you guys. Bear with me. Video Ninja, man, I swear, it's fascinating. But sometimes it's a pain in the freaking ass, bro. Let me add it as a standard source. Hold on. Because it's supposed to be added as a browser source. Man, I want to get Tim on so bad right now. Okay. To Zoomers reacting to Beastie Boys videos. So this might be a little bit of a problem. Okay, let me try something different, okay? I'm going to look at a quick overview real fast. Huh. A group room can handle up to around 30 guests, depending on numerous factors, including CPU and available bandwidth of the group room. To achieve more than 7 guests, though, you will likely want to disable video sharing between guests. Use low quality on purpose for guests and directors to try to save bandwidth. In the scenes, links, group scenes. Fuck, this is too difficult, man. We might be able to figure it out. Hold on. Yeah, actually, you know what? This might be a little bit tougher. Let's see. Hold on. Let me copy the link. Copy that to the clipboard. What does this show? If I'm looking at it from this vantage point. Oh! Okay. You guys, I think I'm on to something. Bear with me. I'm going to test one more factor. Give me just a few seconds. I'm going to join... Just screen share with the room. Select a screen to share. We'll do this one. Okay. Okay, it's working. It's actually working. Hold on. So I think I figured it out. I think I figured everything out. Completely. Oh, perfect. Okay, you guys. I understand what I did wrong. And what I must do. This can work. This can work. Hold on. I'm not going to lie. This is a long shot, to be honest. Okay, Tim. I figured it out, bro. I'm going to invite you as a guest. Copy to clipboard. Copy the link. Oh boy, this better work. This better work. Going to Gmail. Give me 1 second. I'm going to send you a link. Okay. Let's see. There we go. So I just sent Mr. Tim Smith the link. I think I understand how this shit works. This is a lot more complex, I'm not going to lie, than some of the other shit. Because I think we're going to get him in just a second. I hope. So we might be able to get him in. We might be able to... Oh, we got Tim in. It worked. Can you hear me, bud? Give me a second here. Can you hear me? Tim, can you hear me? I think this is working. Hold on. Hold on. I see you. Can you see me?
Yes. I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me too? Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Now, oh, this is amazing. This is so cool.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you, Tim. I can hear you. Dude, we got Tim Smith in the house, everybody.
Yeah, but there's like a minute delay. I can't hear you on my Ninja screen. I'm only hearing you on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Give me a second, okay? I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix that in just a second. Hold on. I have to add myself, I think, into this. Just bear with me. This may take a moment. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Perfect. I'm going to mute my mic on the main. Anyway, I won't go over the technical details, but you can hear me. Importantly,
yeah, I can't see you, but I can hear you live now.
So you're not going to be able to see me, mainly because the webcam is being used in Streamlabs, and that's a little bit of a problem. It's a technical issue. I don't know how to fix that, but that's okay.
Wow, what is this? Do.ninja?
Yeah, it's Video Ninja. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm actually going to see, you know what? I might be able to get my face to where you could see my face. Hold on. I have an idea. But yeah, how you been, man?
Good. I'm drinking Belle de Brulé liqueur. It's pear liqueur with cognac from France.
That sounds fancy as fuck.
Yeah, it was kind of expensive, but it was like $15 off at the store. So that's what I drank during the Super Bowl.
Dude, that's freaking tight. I love it.
Ooh, I'm almost done the bottle though. It's 30% alcohol.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Fuck yeah. So I'm gonna do something a little bit tricky. I have
you have 54 watching. Let's even get it back up to 100.
Well, even if we don't, it's all good. It's all good. This is just too fun. I'm actually pretty excited for this, man.
Let's hit 10,000 subs tonight.
Dude, I don't know if we could do that. I mean, if we can, that'd be sexy. But dude, I'm just glad to have you on the show. Laugh out loud.
The chat.
Tim, name your top 3 colors for ponies. Horse emoji.
Top 3 colors for ponies, man. Pink. All the colors in the rainbow, and I have no idea.
Nice. Who else we got in the chat? Max Maranin, combined testosterone under 50 NG/PL.
Well, honestly, I'm killing our testosterone because I'm probably in the negatives. I have negative testosterone.
Imagine how much steroids you have to do to know what the measurement units are for testosterone. This guy's like an expert.
That's a good one.
Let's see. Bro, I game and work. You are the problem with society. Smiley G calls out Garza.
Damn, dude. I deserve it.
Asking you if you still work at JCPenney's. Is there still JCPenney's?
I'm just going to say I do, but I don't because we don't have a JCPenney here anymore.
Do they still exist, though? It's been like a good 15 years since I've seen a JCPenney's commercial.
So JCPenney still exists. The only problem is it's kind of, what do you call it? It's kind of dead at this point. Like JCPenney's pretty much dead. It exists in like Eugene, Oregon, and Portland and stuff, but I don't know where else it exists.
What do they sell? Like kids' clothes?
Well, JCPenney sells adult clothes, men's, women's, kids' clothes. I mean, they have a whole variety. I got to admit, their in-house brands are pretty damn affordable.
Okay, Major General Tao. Isn't General Tao a kind of chicken?
Well, General Tao, I mean, it was an actual general, I believe, but they do have General Tao's chicken though.
Okay, yeah, I had that somewhere once.
Oh heck yeah, my man, dude. I'm just Tim. I'm just stoked that we're actually talking together right now, man. And we don't even have to use Streamlabs, which is StreamYard. I mean, we don't have to use StreamYard. We could use this Video Ninja thing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I can't see you. I'm seeing a delay, but whatever.
It's okay. I'm going to try to put my image in there for you so you can actually see me. So that way it's a little more personal and stuff. I'm going to try. Just give me a few more seconds, though. Working out a technical issue.
Can you see my background, though? I have no more artwork up.
Yeah, dude, you got a barren wall.
Yeah, it's because I'm moving at the end of the month to a new place.
Oh shit, dude!
It's in the same town, but it's a better location. It's a 2-bedroom. It'll be like my own apartment kind of thing.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah, my man, dude.
There's a bunch of stuff you had to set up that I don't even know about. Like I had to get like tenants insurance. I didn't even know what that was.
Tenant insurance.
I got so much coverage now that if a airplane lands on my livestock, I'm covered for that. I don't even have any livestock. I was reading the agreement earlier, and then I've got I was using someone else's internet. I had to get that set up. I had to get. I have to pay for my own electricity now. This place where I had paid for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a better location. I can finally have a room entirely dedicated to an arcade. I might get more arcade one-ups.
You're just gonna get a whole bunch of arcade one-ups. That's awesome.
I can install stuff in there like an old arcade. I'm gonna have a soda machine.
I'm
gonna have like a candy thing, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna have like black lights and lasers and track lighting. It's gonna be wild. So that's what's going on.
Dude, hell yeah. Give me one more moment. So I'm actually looking how to enable Streamlabs desktop virtual camera real quick.
All right.
Because what that does is it allows me to share my webcam overall, one of my source webcams. I think I might be able to do that right now. Hold on. Virtual cam. Where are you?
Hey, what happened to Sam Darnold? He lost $72,000 on the Super Bowl.
What?
Do you know about this?
Did he bet?
No. It's because the state of California charges you all kinds of like athletes taxes to be there, and they base it on your salary. So they went by his salary because you get there like a week early, so you're there in California for a week plus the other game. Plus the other games he played in California earlier in the year.
So wait, just by playing a single game?
Well, they charge you by the day for how many days you're in the state as an athlete. But I think you win like $150,000 for winning the Super Bowl. You get paid that. But with the taxes and everything, he's down like $72,000 just for having to be in California.
Even that sounds illegal.
Well, that's just their state taxes. So now they're saying.
But he doesn't live there though. Like he doesn't live there.
Yeah, but it's like that's not how it is. Like they charge you. Like if you're an athlete, you play in all these states. Your accountant has to file taxes in like 50 different, like depending on how many states you're in. Like wrestlers and stuff for WWE, when they file taxes, they've got to pay taxes in like 50 different states.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That's stupid. I think you should only pay state tax if you live there.
So now they're saying maybe no more Super Bowls in California. But,
Yes,
but I think next year's in Los Angeles, and the year after that's probably Las Vegas. So.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, what's his annual salary anyway? Let me see. Sam Darnold annual salary. So his salary is what is it? 1, 2, 3. His annual salary is like $33 million. Anyway, I think
33 mil. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's about $40 million a year. You know what's crazy is like that's a lot of money, and he was a guy who bounced around to like 5 different teams, and even that guy gets $40 million. Like remember in the 80s and 90s, if you're an athlete and you made $1 million in your league, you were the highest paid player.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Back in the day, athletes didn't get paid that much.
Yeah.
You know, they still got paid. They still got a good amount of money, but I mean, nowadays it's almost ridiculous how much athletes actually make. It blows my mind.
$40 million. And then it's like I remember in hockey in the 90s, there were only 2 players who made $1 million in the entire league. And now I think that's like the basic minimum salary almost. So, but because of that, ticket prices are high. Like where I am, they're like $200 for like the cheapest tickets. So I don't go to that many games. But I see something happening on my screen. I see a black monolith like in space.
So
that you're gonna pop up.
I should pop up here in a second. I enabled the virtual webcam.
There's a flashing light, like the filter needs to be changed on a water machine. Oh, now I'm seeing.
Let's go program, I guess. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, now it's you in the bottom, me in the middle, and then you, and then it just keeps stacking into infinity.
So it sounds weird, but it's a virtual webcam. So what it's doing is it's taking the video from Streamlabs, and then it's what do you call it? I'm trying to explain in a way that makes sense. It's taking the video from Streamlab in the program, and then it's outputting it as a fake virtual webcam. And then I was able to use that virtual webcam as a source to then show to you. But I want to make it to where, you're only seeing, unless you're okay with this.
No, I like that stacking thing. Keep that going.
Stacking?
It's like the Twilight Zone. It's like a window into infinity.
It's a stream within a stream.
Yeah, keep that going. That's the new thing.
I do want to see if I can actually just isolate the source one moment.
You just invented a new thing. You got to keep it like that.
Oh, God.
Now there's like multiple Garzas on one screen.
Well, at least you can see me.
Your viewership just went up based on that. This is better than a frosting.
Oh, God. Those frosting streams, man. I love doing those. I don't do them as much anymore, but God, those were fun. I enjoyed those.
Let me see a Bitcoin price check. Oh, it just went down $2,000. It's down to 66.9.
So what do you think about the Epstein files, man? How are you feeling about all this?
Well, like every time I see some piece of evidence that sounds insane,
yep.
Then there's another thing that comes up that sounds like everything was BS and not much really happened. So I don't know. The more I learn, the more confused I am about what actually happened or didn't happen.
Yeah, because I'm starting to wonder what happened too. I'm just kind of stunned.
Like that one that Savannah Guthrie or whatever, the one who apparently died in a car accident not long ago, and she was one of the main people who spoke out. Like the FBI and everyone kind of didn't believe her stories, and they wrote that. That came out in the Epstein files. They didn't think she was. They didn't think she was credible. They didn't, And then there's other stuff that sounds entirely credible. So it's like I don't know. I have no idea what happened exactly. And they attribute all this power to Epstein, but maybe it was all BS. Like no one really knows what's going on. So, but I need to see more evidence. Like it's sort of like cigarettes, right? There's never actually been one actual study that has linked cigarette smoking directly to cancer, but there's all this other circumstantial evidence around it that points to cancer. That's what this Epstein is. Like they talk about videos, they talk about this, they talk about names, but nothing's actually come out.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm doing something real quick here, trying to fix a couple things. Okay, cool. We could see
paradigm shift. Web 3 keeps talking about Web 3. It's like that's nice. Web 3 is eliminating the need for customers or human interaction. Why do I care about this? Go away. Mainly Mike. I had a realization earlier. The Xbox accounts creeped me out and hit me. He wasn't playing the games, the Fortnite. It was someone he abused. Yeah, Epstein had all these like Fortnite accounts and Xbox accounts. He was playing like video games. He was playing World of Warcraft. Asmongold thinks he played against him at some point because Asmongold found his World of Warcraft account. But
so Asmongold was going against Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, apparently. So.
Unreal.
And then I saw that picture of that guy in Israel who has like a long beard, but otherwise looks just like him. So he's probably alive in Israel. Like, I think they got him out of that prison.
Do you think the switch out actually happened, man? I think it might have.
Gavin's friend, Maddie Odell, that he has on his show, he was in that same prison that Epstein was in. And he says, like, the story, because he was a Hell's Angel. He was in there and did 2 years for, like, weapons charges or something. But he said that the story doesn't make sense because Epstein was supposed to be on suicide watch, but the cell he was in wasn't a suicide watch cell. The gown they had him in wasn't a suicide watch gown. The suicide watch gown is this weird gown that you can't like tear and like use to like hang yourself or something.
Yeah.
So it was all BS, and then the cameras went out. No, now like even government acknowledges that there was like edits in the footage. So I think they just escorted him out and flew him to Israel.
Fucking A. I don't even know what to say to that. Wild. Let's give a shout out to Major General Tao, though. He says none knows means. Wait, hold on. What is Major General Tao saying? He's saying none knows means everyone knows. Come on, brah.
General Tao is on that stuff Chinese used to do, opium. He's in an opium den. That's why he sounds messed up.
Major General Tao, what are you on right now, bro? What are you on right now, bro?
See, like mainly Mike is saying it was a kid he abused. Like maybe, but we don't know. Like there's all these rumors of kids, but we don't actually know. Like he got charged for all this stuff. But we don't know, like these were teenagers. Like it's very confusing, like exactly what happened or didn't happen. So, like the whole island thing just seems like stuff to scare you. You got the sundial, the temple, but there's no evidence. Like nothing really happened. There's like tunnels underneath. Like that's like apparently he ordered a whole bunch of hydrochloric acid, and I guess that would be to use to dissolve bodies and stuff. But apparently it was used for his reverse osmosis water system. Because there's no fresh water on the island, so they're creating fresh water, maybe out of like salt water or something. So it's like no one really knows. It's just there's like half stories and bits and pieces, but more is supposed to come out, so we'll see.
Well, I looked at a map of the entire island, and he had a desalinization plant there, which is pretty interesting.
But he's not really the main story. It's everyone around him. Like if he was blackmailing people, it's all these other people like Bill Gates and stuff. It's like he was just the conduit to it all. Like he may have not done much himself. I think he was just trying to get blackmail on people to use against them. Like it seemed like it was doing something for Israeli intelligence, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, can you still hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, now it's working. Okay, because I was hearing myself twice on there. It was really weird, so I think I fixed it. But damn, dude, it's just so much to uncover with this shit. I don't even know where to begin. The more I look into it, the more I feel like I'm diving into a fantasy land, like a horror movie, I should say. A very scary, fucked up horror movie. Like this is stuff that you can't. I mean, I don't even know how they would do a documentary on this.
Yeah, but this stuff's hard to uncover. Like England with the Pakistani rape gangs, like they raped as many as a million or 1.5 million young British girls, and that wasn't 1 million, and that was like in the open, and the police knew about it, but they didn't want to investigate, and that was that. Imagine how hard it is trying to figure out the Epstein thing. But the thing that always bothered me about the island was it's a wide open island. You can see everything.
Yeah.
Anyone can pull up in a boat and just look at it. So, like, why would you pick an island that was easy to see from every direction, 360 degrees, if you're trying to hide something, unless things are going on underground or whatever? But if they're talking about burning bodies and sacrificing children and stuff, like, why would you pick that, like, an island that's wide open that any passing boat can see everything going on? So that's what I didn't get. But.
No, absolutely, man.
But apparently, I think Trump's going to come out the winner in all this because the more you see in the files is he like kicked Epstein out a long time ago of his club. Said he didn't. He
whistleblew.
Yeah.
He was one of the original whistleblowers of Jeffrey Epstein.
But not on social media. All people talk about is Trump and Epstein, and Trump was this, Trump was that. It's like that's all the pundits keep saying. It's like, well, good luck with it. But every time they do, a new story comes out about Bill Gates or something.
But it turns out it's starting to look more and more like Trump was actually the good guy in all of this.
Yeah.
He was one of the whistleblowers trying to help the FBI.
Yeah.
Originally. Like it's turning out the reason that the reason Hollywood hates him, the reason the mainstream media hates him is because he revealed everything. He revealed too much. And he made their shit list because they wanted to go to Epstein's Island without the FBI running down their skirts,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a factor. They don't like Trump for a few reasons, but I think that's a factor.
Yep.
But it's just, But, the thing they keep mentioning every time they, like, at my work today, someone happened to have their speaker on before they were leaving. They were playing some news report. I don't know. There was some talk show, and they refer to Trump as a convicted felon every time.
Oh,
and it's because of that crazy lady who's insane, and the rigged court in New York. Like, you could say, based on that, you could say anyone's a convicted felon.
Yeah, God.
Okay, let's see what we got in the chat. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing interesting. And so they went private. Trump, my own pony. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're saying Epstein activated his Fortnite account supposedly after he was supposedly dead.
Oh, geez.
So that's one of the tells, I guess, that he's still alive. But
I saw that actually. Asmund Gould was talking about it or something, and I don't know how real any of that would be, but it's unreal. Pretty crazy.
Yes, that's it. I don't care about the Epstein thing. I gotta see way more evidence. But I just think it's funny that it's so shady, like, to even figure out what was happening. But everyone's talking about that movie Eyes Wide Shut, that Kubrick one with all the cults and everything. And it was the same thing there, where it's like they explain Tom Cruise what's going on, and they're like, no, the girl, she just overdosed. We didn't sacrifice her. And he's like, but the girl who was at the party is dead in the morgue. It's like, that's the same thing with the Epstein stuff. It's like you've got all these, accounts and stuff, but there's no hard evidence of anything. So, who knows, All right, what do we got?
Oh, here we go. Hold on. I had to up the master gain. My bad. Here we go. So I'm still fucking around with the audio. It's a miracle that I got this to work, by the way. It is a fucking miracle that I got this to work.
Do Ninja.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, though. I like this.
You got to have some more guests on. Like, Michael Saylor will go on any show. If, like, a podcast has 10 subscribers, he'll go on. You can get that guy. You could get, who else could you get?
I don't know if Michael Saylor. Well, actually, Michael Saylor probably doesn't do any research.
He'll just go on any show to talk about Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah. He'll shill it out.
The thing about him is, like, he is like one of those people who is actually autistic. So he's obsessed with Bitcoin. But I don't know. I don't know about Bitcoin. I just need to have one more peak and then I'm out. But,
for Bitcoin?
It doesn't have to be this year. It could be 5 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to have one more peak. So I'm hanging on till then. I'm hanging on to my leveraged covered call on it and just keep on stacking shares and then have one more out. But the other stock I got, Biggie.to, that had it had the Mag 7 plus Palantir plus Coinbase plus Strategy. They've now added an 11th stock. They've added Eli Lilly. So now that we finally have a stock in there that's not a tech or finance or something.
Yeah.
So we've got Eli Lilly. That's the one that pays every 2 weeks. It's like a 35% yield right now. But
you said Eli Lilly, right? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we got a drug company in there. Okay. Oh wait, we got 31 watching now. We got to pick it up a notch.
We got to pick up the pace. That's all right.
Yeah, I thought the Super Bowl was good. People were saying it was boring, but like about every second or third Super Bowl, people say it's like a boring game.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting. I thought it was fascinating that New England couldn't get anything going. The offensive line was just steamrolling. I mean, the defensive line was just steamrolling New England's offensive line like every play.
Dude.
One of them, they backed the guy right into the quarterback. He grabbed the quarterback over the other guy's shoulder and dragged him down.
Oh, man. Oh, Lordy.
The Seahawks kick punter from Australia was doing those punts, like hemming them in within the 5-yard line.
He's so good. He might be the best punter in the league. He's amazing. What he was able to accomplish in general, just unbelievable.
Yeah, Sam Darnold just kept it cool. Even the running back, he won the MVP.
Oh, Kenneth Walker, baby. Yeah.
They'd hand it off to him. He would stop and just tiptoe and just wait for the line to move and thumb to open up. Then he would take off.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a great win. And then I watched the Seahawks party after. Everyone was climbing stuff. But we just had a mass school shooting up here where I am in my province.
No shit, really?
Yeah, it's up more northern, but it's like a small town. It was like a transgender, like a boy who dressed as a girl. He killed like both his parents
Oh,
and then
geez, dude.
Then he went to a school and shot like about 30 people. I think 7 are dead, another 25 injured. And then I think he either shot himself or the police shot him.
You said 7 dead, 25 injured?
Yeah, including, well, it's like 9 dead, including his 2 parents, I think.
Where was this at? Where is this again?
I think it's called Tumbler Ridge.
Tumbler Ridge.
Yeah,
I'm going to look at the news on this real quick. This is, oh, wow.
It's way north from where I am, but it's a really
This
small
happened
town.
today, you said?
Yeah, like a few hours ago.
Oh, shit. Yeah, this did happen a couple hours. It's on New York Times and everything. Holy
but
crap.
the guy, apparently the shooter was a transgender. He was like a boy who dressed as a girl. So.
Got you.
The population of the town is very small. It's like, let me see. Yeah, there's only 2,500 people in this whole town.
2,500, and I can't believe that. I mean, I guess like
town.
That's crazy though, man. Jeez. Ugh.
Yeah,
I still think that the main reason that these things happen is because some of these kids that do this shit are on like multiple antipsychotic medications. And I'm not a doctor, obviously, but like, and this is just an opinion, but I think that kids are being prescribed too many medications that alter their brain chemistry to the point where they do crazy shit like this. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and I think it's illegal to talk them out of the transgender thing or something. So they just kind of feed into. He may have been on hormone therapy, who knows?
Yeah.
But I don't know. So that's what's going on there. But no one was crazy. I didn't know about that till I got home. And I'm walking home from work and it's dark out. It's the nighttime. This is like a few hours ago. And there's like about 4 airplanes circling my town at night. Like sometimes you'll see one flying over, like a major jet flying like to back east or something.
Yeah.
These are there was low flying planes circling around. And when I got off the train into the town, there was like a bunch of it looked like an ambulance and a fire truck. And it was at the like one of our big weed stores that sells like weeds and vapes and stuff. So I don't know what happened, but sometimes like if they're looking for someone, they'll send helicopters. But these were 4 airplanes, and I can't figure out what was going on. Like I looked it up after, I didn't see any news. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow. I don't know if someone got shot here or what happened exactly, but then I get home and they're talking about the school shooting. When I'm trying to find some news and I don't see anything, so that was weird. I almost took a picture by camera, but
still flipping wild, man. Like, yeah, I don't even know what to say. That's just insanity, bro. Insanity.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the other news here. Let's just sort of see yours. Tiger Woods said Charlie.
I'm just happy to have you on the show, bro. I haven't had you on the show in a while and needed a little Tim Smith action. Just fun to talk to you.
Yeah, USA pounded Canada in women's Olympic hockey today, 5-0.
Oh, shit, bro. Oh, shit.
It's just a preliminary round, though. It's not over yet.
Got you.
Yeah, so what about this Bad Bunny Super Bowl? I watched it. It was like, I thought the choreography and music was kind of fun. It's just a weird thing to have. Like, it was a big tribute to Puerto Rico. Like, it's like, what does that have to do with the Super Bowl?
I think a lot of it has to do with like, I gave the analogy earlier and I stole this analogy from some random show. The analogy goes like this. Would you have, let's say Luke Bryan, he's a country singer, blah, blah, blah. Let's say you have Luke Bryan start performing at the FIFA World Cup, right? What would happen if that happened? It would be ridiculous because he's an American country singer performing at the FIFA World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense. Why? It doesn't make sense. So I don't think it makes sense for Bad Bunny to sing an entire freaking halftime show in Spanish when the entirety of I shouldn't say the entirety, when the majority of the NFL audience is American.
Yeah, here's my thing is like the majority of football fans are probably like blue collar workers or whatever.
Yeah.
And they generally have jobs. If you're at the Super Bowl, you paid a lot of money for the tickets. You got there somehow. And Puerto Rico has like a 47% unemployment rate. They pay about 5 or 6 billion in taxes, and they get about 40 to 50 billion in services back from the U.S. They've done studies. There's Puerto Rican families in New York that all live in the same apartment that are like 5th generation welfare, where nobody has ever had a job for 5 generations. But it's just weird to have that like as the Super Bowl. But you had Green Day come out before and call the whole crowd idiots. They did that song American Idiot.
Oh God, yeah.
Like, I don't know if anyone's ever hated their fans more than the NFL. They deeply hate their fans for some reason. I don't know what the fans ever did to them. But.
Without a doubt. The woke, I think it's I don't know why the NFL is trying to get more and more woke. I don't get it. It makes zero sense to me, man. It makes no
I know
sense.
why. It's the same way that the wokest places in Canada are banks. When you walk into a bank, like the one in my small town, they must have put up 150 mini pride flags in the bank for Pride Month. Every single ad, like I walked down Bay Street when I was in Toronto, which is like Canada's Wall Street, giant posters. Everything is about Africa, Indigenous people, gays, the whole thing. Because the banks don't want you knowing what they're doing, which is charging massive fees on like all kinds of stuff. And they're like a lot of people get screwed over by the banks through the errors and fraud and all kinds of stuff. And it's so hard. You basically have to go to the media and tell them to blow it up in order to get any help.
Yeah.
So the banks basically screw people. And so the NFL, like their whole thing is like, look, we got most of our players after they retire end up bankrupt because they spend all their money. And then they're left with concussions. They can't get other jobs. So basically the NFL knows it's in a business where it's like they've tried to do like things where to make it safer and everything. But still it's like people are kind of permanently maiming each other and they're spending all their money. And then that's just sort of what happens. Like I looked some of these people up. I remember that guy for the Giants who caught that crazy catch from Eli Manning, David Tyree or whatever, in the Super Bowl. He caught it on his helmet and he won.
Yeah.
It's like I looked that guy up and I think he's like almost homeless. He's like broken all that.
Oh, jeez.
So I think NFL's thing is like, if we go as woke as possible, we'll look like the nicest people in the world. We love everyone. And then they'll distract people from like what actually goes on with the NFL, which isn't really NFL's fault. I mean, football is what it is. You can't control how people spend their money. I know they have mandatory financial classes now for NFL players, but you can only do so much. You know, they're still going to buy. I remember when I worked at some chicken place where I am in Vancouver, we've got the Canadian Football League. We used to have players come into there and they'd come in with like a few people and girlfriends and stuff. And they'd want to give me like a giant tip just to show off to their girlfriend. And these are Canadian Football League players. They only make like $50,000 a year, but like, you know, they're like spending money left and right. It's like, so, you know, there's only so much you can do, but that's why the NFL went so woke, you know, like other sports don't need to, like tennis doesn't need to, golf doesn't need to. No one's leaving with a concussion in golf or tennis. And
exactly.
And if you're good at golf and tennis, you probably came from like a pretty wealthy family anyway. So NFL knows it's taking people from like poor areas or inner cities and using them for like a few years and then they're gone. And so they're like,
it's sadly true.
See with the banks screwing people over. So they're like, so if we're as woke as possible, it'll be like our, you know, it's like when they used to, like in medieval times, if like if one kingdom like raided another, like depending on what it was, you might have put like a cross up to show, no, we're Christians too. Don't destroy my house or like whatever it might be. We're Vikings too. So that's basically what it is with the NFL with the wokeness. But
that's wild. By the way, is my microphone too loud to you? Does it sound too loud on your end?
I mean, it's loud. I wouldn't say it's too loud. I can turn it down if I want.
Oh, no.
I might have it up all the way.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm not blowing out your eardrums or anything.
No, I've got my volume on 100% though. So.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to be too loud. I had to up the microphone volume a little bit, so I had to tweak it just a bit on my end. So that's just my bad. That's my bad. But yeah, dude.
General Tao says, I used to live in Vancouver. Vacation Time says, honestly, the Super Bowl was the only football game I watched all season. Yeah, one thing I was going to say to you, too, because like you're not doing as much anymore, but for a while you were really pushing super chats. I would say, like, if you get a super chat, great, but I would just hold off on that. Like, wait till you got even more subscribers, and then the super chats come. Because, you know, Asmongold makes fun of that guy, JD, or whatever his name is.
Yes.
He's always begging for money because no one watches him play Mario Kart. And it's like,
I want to be that guy. That's the goal.
He'll threaten people. It's like, all I got was $20. If that's all I'm going to get, I'm not even going to play Mario Kart anymore.
I want to be that guy. I want to be like that guy. I'm not kidding. Like, I want to be that loser who begs for super chats all day. I'm totally fine with it. Now, however, I'm still trying to get more subscribers, so I'm not begging as hard for the super chats. But I will say it is pretty hilarious when I'm begging hard for the super chats, though, straight up.
You used to get more super chats when you promised frosting with this, like, for the super chat or different like items.
Dude, people love the frosting streams, especially when it comes to the people with the ability to super chat. It's crazy.
Yeah, did you get a Doge check? Someone's saying anyone get their $2,000 Doge check?
Oh. No.
Didn't Trump say he's going to do a tariff check to everyone, a tariff dividend?
That's what that's what I heard. Hold on, I'm going to look up the Doge checks. Hold on, I'm going to look that up on Google News real quick. Doge checks. It says Doge stimulus check update, millions will not qualify. What? As of mid-2025, the Doge check proposal, also known as the Doge dividend, is an unverified theoretical concept involving potential government payments derived from cost-cutting savings initiated by the Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk. Okay, hold on. Let's go. There's probably outdated information. Hold on. Let's look at the news. Oh, stimulus payment February 26. IRS direct deposit relief, tariff dividend, and tax refund fact. Okay, hold on. Will Americans get to that? I don't know. I want to get that. I want to get that 2,000 though. I want that Doge dividend, bro. I want the Doge dividend.
Oh man! Oh, Peter Tuchman. You know Peter Tuchman? He's
no.
He's that Jewish guy on the New York Stock Exchange. He looks like Einstein. They call him the Einstein of Wall Street. He's like 75 years old, but he's like the oldest trader there or something. But
crazy.
I follow his social media. Now he's trolling me. He says breaking Bitcoin now below 67,000.
I love it.
Man, I think it's below 64,000. Actually, let me see. No,
so
it says.
I want to tell you what I've been doing, but it's not financial advice. Okay, it's not financial advice, and I don't know if anybody should actually follow this. But I want to tell you what I'm doing real quick. I'm swing trading precious metal ETFs. And it's been lucrative. More lucrative than I could have ever imagined because of how volatile the precious metal markets are. Gold and silver are the primary ones that I'm swing trading. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's been really volatile lately, especially silver. Went crazy. It was up, it was down. I think gold's still going up. So, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Specifically silver. And I'll tell you why silver is very attractive to me. I'm not going all in. I am not going all in on silver. Mm-hmm. But what I do is I keep about $3,000, $4,000 in my brokerage sitting to the side. And when silver goes on a bull run, I sell a little bit. I sell as it's going up, so I make a profit, right? And when silver starts going down or massively crashing, for instance, I start trickle buying. I trickle buy back into silver. And what this does is it lowers my average cost basis. And I still have a lot of money left over if silver dips even further. And silver, by the way, can dip really fucking hard. That's all I got to say. And so I'm just going to say this right now. I'm making a little bit of money, quite a bit, from swing trading silver.
How's your SPID and Biddy doing? They're up like about 50% over what they were.
Let's just say I profited very hard from the downfall of Bitcoin and Michael Saylor. Michael fucking Saylor, dude.
The thing about Bitcoin, though, is like, I'm looking at it, like it's only a few months ago, it was at a record high.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's back down to basically 2024 levels, just above that, not much more.
Got it.
And it's like, so it's about what it was a year ago. So, I mean, to me, the problem is if you were like betting against Bitcoin, the fundamentals haven't changed from what they were like in a few months ago when it was at a record high. It just market sentiments changed. So, like I expect another peak at some point. Like it might not be this year. If it is, maybe towards the end of the year. But if you were going to buy and sell and swing trade the SPID and the Biddy, like it's a good time to do that. You know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And by the way, I have been because I had a lot of shares of the SBIT, so it kept climbing and climbing and climbing, and I just kept selling one share, selling one share, sell one share as it's going up in price. I trickle sell. So that way, when the SBIT eventually dips, if it dips, boo, I buy, and I buy a little more. But I realized the safest, in my opinion, the safest thing to swing trade, not financial advice, just want to let everybody know, but the safest thing to swing trade is silver, in my opinion, just an opinion. Only because it's volatile. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but the more volatility, the harder I get. That's all I got to say. The harder I get.
Yes, the thing is, the difference with those commodities is like if gold is up, what they'll do is they'll increase gold mining to take advantage of the high prices.
Yep.
And they'll sell it. Then the market's flooded, the price will come back down.
Exactly.
The difference with Bitcoin is there's only 21 million of them. You can only do so much of that. The thing is, the reason it probably won't dip below 60,000 is because apparently it costs about $60,000 to mine one Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's the cost.
Yeah.
That's the cost of mining one Bitcoin is 60,000. So that's sort of the proof of work labor value of creating a Bitcoin. So it could dip below that, and
I think it will.
In that case, the miners are in a lot of trouble because now you're losing money to mine Bitcoin.
Well, think about it this way. At the end of the day, Bitcoin is merely a decentralized public ledger. That's all it is. It's all Bitcoin is. Therefore, even if it costs $61,000 roughly in electricity just to mine one Bitcoin over time, honestly, Bitcoin is a net negative to society because of how much energy is used to mine Bitcoin in general. Because Bitcoin naturally has an intrinsic value of 0 because of how useless it actually is. In reality, it's a string of data. It's a motherfucking string of data. And people are willing to pay $60,000 for a string of data. I don't get it.
See, that's where things get tricky, though. Because, I mean, gold it has very little industrial value. I mean, it doesn't have that much actual utility.
How so? It has plenty. It could be a conductor. It could be used in jewelry. It's
malleable. But jewelry is the main one because people at some point agreed and decided they like how gold looks. And it's like, that's not that much different than Bitcoin's ones and zeros. Like in terms of just being an arbitrary decision on what we've decided has value. Because otherwise, there's all kinds of stuff you can conduct stuff with. Like even silver. Silver's got medical value, industrial value, but not so much that it should be what the value is. It's because people decided that they like this metal. They like it for jewelry. They like it for things like that. So they've given it a value. That's, you could argue that's more than what Bitcoin has, but it's in the same world.
The thing though, it's because of the natural utility. Silver and gold are utilized frequently by people, like in a way, in a physical way. And Bitcoin lacks that property. And that's my problem with Bitcoin.
But there's like uranium, plutonium, there's all kinds of elements that are more useful than silver and gold that people don't attribute as much value to as they do with silver and gold. But with silver and gold, people decided we like this. We're going to use it as a store of value. The same way, some people decided crypto and Bitcoin. But
I will say I'm a lot like Peter Schiff when it comes to gold and silver. And I have the same opinion about Bitcoin that Peter Schiff does, is that it's a net negative to society. It doesn't have any real, it's just really at the end of the day, it's a string of data. It's just a string of data. Like that's why I don't understand people's love of Bitcoin. I mean, like,
yeah, but the other thing is look at the top companies in the world, the Mag 7. Mm-hmm. All they sell are strings of data too. Like you could say though, yeah, but these are programs. They do things like Microsoft Office. You can do things with it. You can create with it. But at the end of the day, that's also just digital.
But they're selling a product and a service that can actually be utilized by people. For example, Microsoft, right? Microsoft sells an operating system that's used on my computer, and I use it to do all sorts of things. But it's something that is usable, like in a way that makes society better. I feel like Bitcoin lacks that to some degree. Like Bitcoin, I don't know what it does to make society better. I mean, all crypto, I really don't know what it does to make anything better. I just think it's a waste of energy.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're using it to buy stuff, like I remember way back in the early days of Bitcoin, someone bought a house with Bitcoin, and that other guy bought a pizza, and now I think it's Shake Shack, they accept Bitcoin instead of cash. So but the thing is, like, if you've got gold, I mean, you can find a buyer. Bitcoin's tricky. Like, not everyone even knows how to create a wallet, to buy it, to put it into cold storage, to download nodes and everything. So you can have upload nodes. So it's not the easiest thing in the world, but I don't know. I mean, but at this point, we don't know. We don't know if Bitcoin's going to go to infinity or if it's going to go to zero. It's completely wide open right now.
It can go higher. That's true. Unfortunately, it can. And if it does, I'll be a rich man because I still hold Bitcoin, right? I still hold Bitcoin just in case I'm wrong, just in case. And the reason I do that is because if I'm going to hedge against anything, I want to make sure that I'm effectively holding the thing that I'm betting against in sub capacity. That's, but who knows? I mean, I still think because it has an intrinsic value of 0, it's going to eventually go to 0. That's my thought, at least, on it.
Well, the problem is, like, I consider it a medium-term investment because long-term, there's so many things that can happen. What if the whole idea of digital software changes? Like, it could change to the point where, like, like today, if you have if you've got one of those hard disks that used to stick into your computer where the metal thing would slide over, and you, like, let's say you were uploading a video game like King's Quest or Rise of the Dragon or Flight Simulator back in the day that took like 10 of those disks to load. If you have one of those disks now, there's nothing you can even plug it into unless you even get one of those. Like, computers could get to the point where they can't even read Bitcoin. Like, they wouldn't even know how.
Yeah.
You don't even know. Like, that's one of the problems because it's just software. I can't play Front Page Sports Football 95 anymore because I have nowhere to plug the discs into. Like, so like there's so many variables that could go wrong with Bitcoin. I think in the medium term, it'll probably recover a bit. It might have another peak or two, but it's like long term, like it could go to infinity. We don't know, but there's so many things that could happen to it.
Yeah.
It could get hacked. It could get forked. It could get this. It could get that.
I think it's going to get hacked by quantum computers. I think there's going to be such an advancement in quantum computers that there are going to be companies and governments who will actively do whatever they can to hack the entire Bitcoin network. And I think they're going to be successful too.
The problem is, like, you've got to have a quantum computer. So it's only going to be a certain amount of companies and governments that have that. And then if they do that, then you can identify them. It'd be different if just some random individual did it, unless they commandeered it, or if we get to the point where consumers can get a quantum computer. Like,
well, here's the thing. All they would have to do is use the quantum computer to brute force its way into figuring the cryptographic keys in the overall Bitcoin network, in which, by the way, a quantum computer can do much faster than a standard digital zeros and ones computer. That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Yeah,
I think Bitcoin's going to get cracked.
Saylor's answer to that is you could just increase Bitcoin security. Like, you create another wall that quantum computers couldn't get through, which is possible. And also, we don't really know what quantum computers. Martin Shkreli's been on and off. He's like, oh, they're going to hack into Bitcoin. Then the next day he's like, no, quantum computing's kind of a scam. It's not as good as they say it is. So we don't really know.
I don't know. And I think, a lot of people underestimated AI. People didn't expect us to get AI 3 years ago, but here we have it. We have it. It's even more advanced than it was 3 or 2 years ago. So quantum computers are just around the corner. They're just right around the corner, man.
Yeah, AI, like, do you know what Copilot is?
Oh, yes. I've used it a couple times.
I don't know what it is, but it's now in my work system, and I've never clicked on it. But I don't know what I might need it for. But there's little things in AI. Like, now when I type in an email, it gives me the word before I type it of what they think I want. So I can just hit tab or something.
Prediction text. Oh my goodness. Yep.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. We'll see about AI. That's what I mean about Bitcoin. Is so much is up in the air. Yeah. It's like, so anyway, I've got this thing. Regardless of what happens, I'm still getting a 50% annual yield on my covered call. So, like, I just picked up 90 more shares on a drip of my stock, MSTE. Mm-hmm. So that means next month it'll go from 300 to 320, then to 340. Back when Bitcoin was high, I was getting like 950 off it. But anyway, the point is I'm going to try and run it through one more peak. Hopefully Bitcoin has one more peak, and then I'll sell it, So,
now, I'm just getting a piece of paper real quick because I like to take notes every now and then, especially so I could kind of like understand what's happening. So you're saying that you said you sold some of MicroStrategy?
No, I've still got MSTE. It's the Harvest MicroStrategy leveraged covered call ETF. So that's getting me about 50% annual yield.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, so basically it's making money off the volatility, basically. It's doing covered calls.
And in a lot of ways, it does give you exposure to Bitcoin, even though I don't believe in Bitcoin. Sometimes it can be advantageous.
Yeah.
I don't trust Michael Saylor at all. Like, I do not, for the life of me, trust that guy. I think that guy is the worst CEO of all time.
Well, I trust him that he is 100% sincere when he's speaking. But problem is he doesn't realize how autistic he is and how obsessed he is with Bitcoin. Like, he doesn't understand how what he's saying, may not be real. He's 100% believes everything he's saying, though. But it's like, but what does he have to lose? That's the problem. He has less to lose than I do in his own company. He's in his 60s. He bet on Bitcoin and his company blew up from like a few $100 million to like $100 billion at one point.
And it was about ready to go bankrupt originally. Bitcoin saved his company, actually. Oddly enough, Bitcoin saved his fucking company. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, his company was humming along, but it's like a data analytics thing. He still works with, I can't remember which companies he works with, like Popeyes or something. He does their data analytics.
Oh,
but, it makes an income, but it's a smaller company. It's worth under $1 billion on just the software part.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Saylor that's the thing about Saylor. He's not trying to swerve anyone. He's 100% sincere in his belief. But the thing is, he has nothing to lose. And it's just like people investing in him. Like, did you see when he blew up on that guy like a couple weeks ago? In that interview?
No.
You didn't see that? Let me see if I can find that.
By the way, I need to get Michael Saylor on this fucking show. I need to get Michael. That's got to be the show's mission, is to get Michael fucking Saylor. Everybody in the chat. We're going to make it this show's mission to get Michael motherfucking Saylor on this damn show. We're going to get him on eventually. I don't know how, don't know why, don't know how. I love you, Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor. All right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the clip. Yeah, he goes off on some interviewer and he snaps. But I think I can do a share screen, but let me just try to bring it up here.
Yeah.
Because basically the guy questioned, he's like, is there room for more than one of these Bitcoin treasuries, and what's going on with the share price? And then Saylor starts yelling at him, look, if your stock is down and you pick MicroStrategy, why don't you look in the mirror and ask yourself what your problem is? And he starts like snapping.
Dude, Michael Saylor is a fucking psychopath. I think he's actually a smart dude, but he's a prime example of a smart person believing in a bad, stupid idea. He's smart overall, but he's going all in on a stupid idea. That's my problem with Michael Saylor.
He's taking a chance. He's got nothing to lose. But
yeah, but his shareholders have everything to lose if they were dumb enough to invest in his company.
My problem is, like, what is his end game? He's never really said. Like, because they've asked him recently, like, if your Bitcoin explodes in value and you become the biggest company in the world, will you start acquiring other companies? Like, will you start buying Amazon or Microsoft? And he's kind of downplayed it. Like, he's basically like, basically you don't want to change who you are, just because of, now you're bigger.
I think Saylor's a grifter. I think Michael Saylor's a grifter, straight up. He's grifting, bro. He's grifting.
Let me see if I can.
He's grifting more than I do. He's grifting more than I am.
Yeah, we got a share screen here.
Here it is. Hell yeah. Let me see if I can get on this. Oh, Michael Saylor.
Let me play a few seconds of this. Just play it.
So sexy, bro.
Again, I take issue with your question.
Did you hear him there?
Yeah, I hear him.
Again, I take issue with your question. It's an ignorant, insulting, myopic question. Why do you frame things that way? We're not competing with each other. That's like saying, well, you know, like I heard my neighbor bought Bitcoin and I bought Bitcoin. There's not enough room for both of us to buy Bitcoin. We're competing with each other. Now, my neighbor's got to buy another crypto asset? Like, we're not competing with each other, Danny. Like that's the ignorant part of the question, right? That's what I take issue with.
The tension here comes from one simple clash. One side is asking a market question.
I love this.
And the other side hears a worldview.
Just saying anyone that's criticizing a Bitcoin company is like piling on to a person that agrees with them on 99% of the fundamentals. And what you ought to do is applaud their decision, right? They basically decided that freedom and sovereignty and, you know, and economic integrity and Bitcoin was apex property, and that's a good thing, and they've joined the movement.
He starts from a loyalty check. If
Oh my
someone
God.
shares nearly all your core beliefs about Bitcoin, why are they getting treated like the villain? In his mind, the whole movement looks ridiculous when it
Yeah.
turns on the few companies that actually took the leap. And he's especially annoyed by the idea that a stock chart becomes a moral verdict.
Yep.
So maybe we
It
ought
is,
to
in
thank
this
them,
instance.
or at least support them. The fact that their stock got overvalued by a factor of 3, or you know, so the stock trades up by a factor of 10 and you bought it and then it trades down, and now your answer is, instead of criticizing yourself, you're criticizing them, right? You're a stock speculator. If you're an equity speculator and you buy stocks that are trading at 57 times revenue and then it trades down, the fault is not with the company, the fault is with you.
I mean, I totally agree with that.
Right?
That's Saylor putting personal responsibility right in the center of the conversation. He's not saying prices never get crazy. He's saying speculation is voluntary and regret doesn't turn into a valid accusation. And
This is
once
amazing.
he lays
This
that
is so
groundwork,
fucking amazing.
he's ready to attack the label he thinks is poisoning the
I love
discussion.
everything about
And
this.
so instead of criticizing companies that do rational things, look in the mirror, hold yourself accountable. The problem is not companies buying Bitcoin, right? How much room is there?
That is
There's
the problem.
room for every company
That is
on
the
earth to buy
problem.
Bitcoin, Danny.
So, okay, I think maybe I framed that badly, because I'm not criticizing these companies. It's more,
man.
I'm asking what the market will sustain as of right now for these pure play treasury companies, especially with the fact that, like, in 2025...
Again, it's an offensive question.
Can I, let me just,
This is the moment where the conversation stops being polite finance talk. The phrase pure play treasury companies lands like a slap because Saylor hears it as
He's the gift that
"You're
keeps
nothing
on
but
giving, dude.
Bitcoin.
Michael
You do
Saylor's
nothing
the
else,
gift that keeps
and
on
you
giving.
never will." The interviewer tries to clarify, but Saylor's already focused on what the wording implies. To him, it's not a harmless category, it's a cheap shortcut.
Like, here's the problem with it. You're the one that's characterizing them as pure play treasury companies. They're not.
They're just.
But the insult, Danny, is you insult me by characterizing what I am and what I will be for the
Dude,
all
he's
of
getting
eternity.
pissed.
No, I'm
He's
not
so
talking about
pissed.
strategy
No, the point
here
is,
at all.
I'm like this literally insulted that you take that position. It's an offensive position to take.
How dare you?
I apologize, because I'm really
They're
not
co-
trying
they're
to insult you.
operating.
Saylor is basically saying, stop flattening businesses into one stereotype. He wants to be treated like an operating company with options, not a single-purpose machine.
Company in Japan. You're competing with other hotel companies in Japan. And the decision to buy Bitcoin is just a decision to improve the quality of your company. It's like
What?
saying how many companies can have electricity. I heard 200 companies have
Holy
electricity,
fuck.
but there's one company that uses a lot of it. So do the other companies have to change their strategy? Dude, like, you think they had the same strategy? It's a silly question.
This is where he gives his cleanest explanation.
Saylor
He's arguing
sucks
that
so
Bitcoin
bad, dude.
is closer to infrastructure than identity. Companies don't become the same business just because they adopt electricity. And they don't become the same business just because they hold Bitcoin. In that light, the who can survive angle feels like it's missing the point.
There's room for 400 million companies to buy Bitcoin, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Do insurance companies compete with my company? I don't sell insurance. No. Do banks compete with my company? I don't sell bank. I'm not a bank. I don't buy consumer credit. Do I issue credit cards? No. Do exchanges compete with my company? No. We're not an exchange. Do companies that create AI compete with my company? No. None of these people compete with my company.
You're a Ponzi
He's
scheme.
hammering the same
You're a
nail from another
Ponzi
angle.
scheme.
Bitcoin treasury isn't one industry. It's a better.
Stop living with red.
Commercial.
Oh, man.
It's almost over.
There we go.
Yeah. Mini wheats?
Mini wheats. Yeah.
Getting my perspective on it, which is you're wasting your time criticizing companies that decided they like Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Why don't you, if you want to criticize companies, Danny, why don't you criticize the 99.9% of the companies that don't like Bitcoin?
How about praise them?
I mean,
praise them
isn't
for
that what you
having
should be doing?
sanity.
That's my point. It's like this toxicity of eating its own young. Like, why don't you actually support the people that agree with you on 99% of your ideology instead of criticizing them?
That's the bigger message he's trying to land. He thinks the movement wastes energy by nitpicking the early adopters instead of pushing on the massive part of the world that still ignores Bitcoin and who are already moving in the right direction.
So my point is, it's so non-constructive and so soul sucking, right? Right, for us to spend time on negativity. They have to get up and go to work, just like you do.
Mm-hmm.
And so my suggestion for your company is focus on Bitcoin, and if you have capital, buy Bitcoin with it. And don't obsess over the fact that maybe you don't have as much as another company, or you can't do what another company could do.
So what do you think? Did Saylor correctly call out a toxic framing? Or was the interviewer
hero.
asking a fair question that just hit the wrong nerve?
There you go.
Holy shit. I'm speechless. I am speechless right now, bro.
Yeah, Saylor is all over that guy. Well, I think that guy said like he's a Bitcoin believer too, but he started asking Saylor questions. He's like, "What about this? What about that?"
Could you imagine if Michael Saylor was on my show? How mad he would get at me on public airwaves? I'd be all for it. I would love to have a shouting match with motherfucking Michael Saylor. I would be all on board, dude. I'd be yes, yes, yes. WWE style, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, he was always supposed to debate Peter Schiff, but I don't think it ever happened.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, I don't think it ever happened though.
I love Peter Schiff, dude. Peter Schiff is amazing.
Yeah, Peter Schiff challenges, or maybe they did. I don't know.
No, they didn't. I remember Peter Schiff talking about this. He has invited Michael Saylor several times to debate, and Michael Saylor declines every fucking time.
Well, the thing is Bitcoin, like part of Bitcoin's value relies on sentiment. So, like, what is it? It's not going to benefit, Saylor to have some guy criticize it or even acknowledge it, even acknowledge the criticism.
Exactly. Why would Michael Saylor? Because here's the thing. That's the problem with Bitcoin, is everything about Bitcoin relies on sentiment itself. And if your asset relies on sentiment to survive, it's not a real asset. It's not a real asset because perception is fleeting. It's very fleeting.
The only way that works is if they're first, which they kind of are. They are first. They got that. But then they've got to have, mass adoption of it. They're still working on that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. So like even if like everything Saylor says is 100% correct, but that's because he doesn't acknowledge that it could still go to zero or anything. He doesn't even talk about that part. So he's 100% right. He just doesn't acknowledge the things that can go wrong. He doesn't talk about them. So you can't say he's wrong because he doesn't talk about it. And the same with what you're saying. What you're saying is also 100% right. But the thing is, you know, if it's just, you know, it is what it is. It's digital. If it's arbitrarily adopted by enough people, then it will become, you know, a currency or something. You know, the thing is, it's not a great currency because it takes days to process stuff. It's hard to, you know.
Well, currencies are naturally valueless.
Yeah.
They're just valueless. They're just, I mean, the dollar, even though the dollar gets inflated, even if the dollar never got inflated, let's say it never got inflated, no more printing of the dollar. Technically, inflation would still happen because the dollar in itself isn't actually valuable.
That's the thing. You know, people don't. I haven't heard anyone talk about this, but no one's talking about Doge. Like, Doge is still going on. Like, I follow Doge on Twitter. Every week, they're eliminating hundreds of millions of dollars in bad government contracts. So you think about that's got to play into Bitcoin too, because Bitcoin's whole thing is like our value will rise, you know, compared to U.S. inflation. But if U.S. keeps cutting wasteful spending, that's going to bring Bitcoin down. And, you know, other governments, even Canada's doing that a bit. But the thing is, they've got this new Fed chair coming in, this Warsh or whatever, and he's not in yet, but he's going to lower interest rates. That'll create more spending and liquidity. So I would think, you know, if Bitcoin was going to have another cycle, it would start around then. But no one knows when that guy's coming in. Like, I don't know if it's 6 months. Let me see.
Give me one moment. Silver is going up on a little bit of an overnight bull run. So I am selling one share at like a $2.50 profit real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, Powell's term ends in May. So let's see.
Oh, Jerome Powell?
March. Yeah, so February, March, April, May. So it's about 4 months from now is when Kevin Warsh comes in. And he's pro Bitcoin and he's pro lowering interest rates.
I'm glad that he's pro lowering interest rates to some degree, because that means I could borrow money at a cheaper price. I do like to borrow money for assets from time to time.
Yeah, so I mean, I can see Bitcoin going up then, but that's, you know, in a few months. So
I mean, Bitcoin could go up, but it's only on perceptual on a perceptual basis. So you know what? Maybe I should start swing trading Bitcoin. I don't know. That sounds like a bad idea. Never mind. I don't know if I should.
Yeah, or I don't know, maybe one of these Bitcoin ETFs or something. What's the one that's there's one called MST. That's the one that Sylvia Jablonski did, Defiance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
they started. MST was the Defiance Leveraged Long Income MSTR ETF. It started at $91 a share. It's now at $3.72. They pay out weekly, though. They pay out like options on MSTR strategy.
Yeah.
But they've dropped 95% in value. I have a coworker, though, the security guard at my work. He bought this, and he gets money every Friday from it. He gets cash every Friday from Sylvia Jablonski's MST.
You know, I just don't really trust. She seems like a nice gal, but I don't really trust Sylvia Jablonski too much. I don't know. Oh, Major General Tao. Hold on. Major General Tao just put in a super chat. Let's see. Currency is intrinsically backed by the willingness to work for it and produce, then save. It is always backed by something. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, this Nulders guy makes a good point that people like Bitcoin until institutions started adopting it. And that's another problem. Now that like banks and BlackRock and all these ETFs have it, it's not the same asset it was when it was some underground thing. and people were, trading it that way. So,
well, here's the thing. I want to disagree with Major General Tao a little bit, because the willingness to work for a currency doesn't necessarily mean it's always going to be valuable.
Yeah.
Because if people realize it's valueless, they're not going to want it. It's just a matter of time.
Well, I mean, what is the U.S. dollar or any dollar? It's just a piece of paper the government says is worth something.
Exactly.
And
it's not backed by gold. It's not backed by silver. It's not backed by anything of real value. So what's the point in saving it?
The problem is Bitcoin is not different enough from that. It's like now it's like if the government wants, like if they send money to agencies and stuff, it's all done on a computer. They just they press a button on a computer. They just create more cash. So the problem is that's not different enough from what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin's also just exists on a computer, or on a cold storage hard drive, but it's basically just a computer. So
yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
My main goal at this point is just save assets. Just save your assets, man. That's the way I see it.
Hence why they have to save Gaza assets.
And why they have to save. Well, they have to save. So a real asset, I'll give you an example. Stocks, real estate, gold, silver, etc. Those are examples of assets that'll help you preserve your wealth for the most part. Yeah. Because they're pretty inflation proof. And I'm not the biggest fan of real estate, but I do have real estate investment trusts. So yeah, I don't know. It kind of works out. Anyway, save your assets, not your cash. Save your assets, not your cash. That's all I got to say. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have a coworker. He actually has about, I think maybe about $5 or $7 grand worth of Bitcoin right now. But he's also got another 30 grand that he put into just an S&P 500 ETF that just has like maybe a 1% dividend, but it's basically a S&P 500 growth ETF. And I told him it's like, there's better stuff you could buy, like better ETFs that'll pay you like better dividends and distributions and everything.
Yeah.
But it's what you've got is still better than nothing. Like I had no idea how hard it was to convince people to buy stocks. Like when I got into it, I thought, oh, once I tell people, because everyone will be into it. But it's really hard. I mean, most people are terrified.
Well, people can't handle the ups and downs of it. It's psychologically too much for them, usually.
Well, the other thing is they end up just putting into whatever their bank basically tells them to put it in. So. Like they put into bank mutual funds.
And that's the problem. Too many people are busy doing what the bank tells them to do instead of doing what the bank actually does. Try to act like the bank. Don't follow the instructions given to you by the bank. There's no point in that. That's my philosophy, at least.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's where we're at. So we'll see what happens. Bitcoin's at about 66,800 right now. What was it during 2024 it peaked out at about 69,000. So it's lost about a year and a half of value. But there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, so who knows? There's tariffs, there's gold, there's silver.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But 2022 was 16,000. 2023 was 30,000. So if you're looking at a multi-year cycle, it's still decent, but
I mean, it's performed well. It's gone up quite a bit. But just because something goes up rapidly doesn't necessarily mean it isn't a bubble. Bubbles happen all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, the most famous one that people bring up when it comes to bubbles is the tulip bulb bubble, from back in the day. That was a big deal because the prices for tulip bulbs kept going up. It's just tulip bulbs, for God's sakes, but they went up rapidly and people made a fortune. Some people were bag holders, obviously, because they bought tulip bulbs at very, very high prices. But that's the way cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency keeps going up in value for no reason at all. And then all of a sudden, right down to the shitter.
Yeah, in the 18th century, they had the South Sea bubble, which there was a lot of, speculatory companies in the West Indies. They were going to give you sugar cane and gold and all this other stuff, and they got enough people to invest in the South Sea Company, which turns out didn't have any assets or prospects or anything.
They didn't have shit, bro.
That tanked like the whole British stock market. But
yep. That's wild.
Yeah, that's what's going on. So we'll see the Super Bowl. What do we got up? The Olympics are on. Actually, the men's hockey hasn't started yet. I think it starts like Thursday. So we'll see what happens there. And then we got
real quick, I want to give a shout out to Major General Tao. Thank you, my brony bro, for giving all those super chats, man. That helped fund the stream for the night. So, yeah, I basically got like $25 worth for the stream tonight. So that really helps. I appreciate you, Major General Tao. Everybody, subscribe to Major General Tao because he is so very sexy and so very hot. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Use it. Use the $25 now. Order some DoorDash. I want to see a Baja Blast on screen in the next 20 minutes.
I'm too cheap. It's funny. I gladly deliver for DoorDash. I refuse to order anything from DoorDash. I refuse.
Did you see that guy who was on? I think he was on Caleb Hammer recently. There was this guy. He delivers DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
He would order DoorDash while on his shift.
I saw that. Oh my God, I know what you're talking about.
He'd sit in a parking lot and order DoorDash to his car when he's DoorDash, and he's in a car and he won't even go to like the McDonald's to order it to his car and pay the extra fee.
I fucking can't. Oh my God.
Doesn't that destroy your whole profit margin?
That just... Oh, that's insane. Honestly, insane. Like the level, I got nothing. I got fucking nothing here. Mr. Nate Dogg says Baja Midnight is where it's at. Okay. Baja Midnight.
That's the thing about Mountain Dew is there's like 87 different Mountain Dews. Like if they come out with Baja Blast, they've got 9 different kinds of Baja Blast.
I will tell you what though. When we hit 10,000 subscribers, I think I might crack open a Mountain Dew and drink it at night. I might do a night. I don't drink caffeine at night usually. I rarely do that. But I might, the night that we hit 10,000 subs, it's going to happen soon. I don't know when, but when we do, I'm going to bust open a Mountain Dew at night. I'm going to get fucking caffeinated. I might just make a vodka Mountain Dew mixer or something. I don't know. I'll probably mix vodka and Mountain Dew together and be like, bang. Be like, hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Totally. Yeah. What do they got to talk about? They got the cheesy gordita crunch right now. They got that's what my uncle used to do. He would only go to Taco Bell once a year because they didn't have one in our town. But we go to the next town over, and then he invented. My family started eating tacos in like the mid 90s, probably like around maybe like 93 at the earliest.
Oh, heck
that's
yeah.
when we discovered tacos. Like there's a couple family members who went to Mexico a couple times, but there was no tacos in our town. You had to make them at home. So we had to we discovered them, and my family, like in San Francisco, they do the Mission burritos. Have you ever seen those? Those giant burritos.
Mission burritos?
Yeah, there's like giant burritos full of like all kind of like 10 different things.
Actually, there's a Mexican food truck I go to from time to time that makes a very fucking fat burrito that's filled with all sorts of shit. I love it, dude. I'm addicted.
No, my family, they started with burritos around 93, and it would have everything like beef, beans, lettuce, tomato, sour cream, salsa, cheese, hot peppers. I don't know what else, but these were enormous.
Mm-hmm.
Like they was enormous, and you'd have to eat like 4 of them. If you didn't, like they weren't impressed. Like they'd be like, "Hey, why can't you eat more?" but then at some point in the 2000s, my uncle discovered putting the hard shell and wrap it in a burrito. So you make a hard shell taco, then you wrap it in a burrito and put more stuff inside. And it's kind of like the gordita crunch.
That sounds tasty as fuck, dude. Dude, I love the Frito burritos. I love stuffing Fritos in a burrito. Yeah. Frito burritos is all I need, dude. That's all I need.
Ooh, Frito burritos. What do you got? Chili nacho cheese fries.
By the way, I believe that Taco Bell is authentic Mexican food. Anybody who doesn't believe me, they can go fuck themselves.
Oh man, yeah, I got. You did those reviews back in the day of Relaxer and Buzzer.
Oh yes, those were good movies, dude. I love those.
I got a couple Canadian ones. Maybe I'll email them to you. They're free on YouTube.
Oh,
but
yeah.
A couple Canadian ones that are pretty funny. Maybe I'll send them to you.
No, it was fun to watch those and kind of give my own personal take on them. I got to admit, it felt like there was a lot of themes to those movies. Not just themes, but like certain archetypes. I can't explain it. It was just amazing. I was a little resistant because the movies kind of start off a little bit slow, but they start picking up steam like about a quarter of the way in. I don't know. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like, well, they're very like, because the guy who made him, Joel Petroikis, he's like a film professor. So, like, you know.
Hold on one moment.
Right.
Sorry about that. I was heard music, and I think my neighbor's just playing music next door. So I was like, okay. I was just confused. I wasn't too sure what the fuck I was hearing. I was like, what the fuck? It's just my neighbor playing something.
Yeah, you never know. Or are you like up a level, or are you on like a ground floor?
I'm on a ground floor. I'm on ground floor.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I'm moving. I'm moving to a place. Did I tell you? So I'm at a place now. I've been here 2 years. I'm at the ground floor suite of a house. There's a family who live upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think they're from here, but they're like Sri Lankan or something. And the guy, they're like Indians, but they have Portuguese names because in India, there's all these like colonies back in like explorer days. There's entire towns in India that speak like Italian because like an Italian explorer landed there.
Oh shit.
So these are like, they have Portuguese names, but they're Indian. But anyway, it's this couple with these 2 kids, but they're getting a divorce. So because of that, they're going to sell this house that I'm in. But one of them's going to move into my suite for like 8 months while they sort out the divorce and sell the house. So that's why I got to move. But here's what worked out cool, because I pay $1,400 a month for rent. But the laws where I'm at, if they throw me out for a legitimate reason, like I can challenge it or whatever, but that's it. Like they might give me a month. I still have to pay that month. But because they're taking over the unit for personal use, I get an entire month of free rent. So I get like $1,400. If I had already paid it, they'd have to pay me back. But since I hadn't paid it yet, I just keep the money and I use it for like moving expenses and stuff. Because I guess people were renting out units and then taking them back for personal use, and Like maybe it's screwing people over. I don't know. So the government stepped in and said, if you do that, first of all, they're supposed to give me a 3-month notice on some special form that has like a QR code and stuff, but they only gave me a 1 month. So technically I could have stayed longer, but whatever. I started looking right away and found a new place right away. So basically, I got $1,400, and now I'm moving to a place that's way better location. It's slightly more. It's the same amount of rent, but it's a 2-bedroom. But now I've got to pay extra stuff I wasn't paying before, like heat and insurance and all that crap. So I'm probably going to end up paying like maybe $1,550 instead of $1,400. But it's a bigger place, 2-bedroom, better location. So, but anyway, that's what happened. Yeah. That's why I'm moving, is because they're getting a divorce, and so who knows. But that's what's going on. So next time, maybe I'll be in my new office. You might see some arcade 1-ups behind me next time. So we'll see. But
oh, damn, dude! It sounds kind of sounds like an exciting prospect, man. At least you're going to be hopefully in a pretty decent. Do you feel like it's a decent place that you're going to be living in? Like it seems better.
Yeah, well, you know what's crazy is I went like right away. I'm like, all right, let's find a place. So I hadn't looked at a place in a couple of years. I normally don't look at what's out there. But rents have come down actually from when I got this place.
Yeah.
Because Canada started restricting immigration a little bit. And and also there's just not as many people looking for places or whatever. So rents are basically down.
Nice. It's a good time then.
Yeah, so it was a good time. And but the thing is, there's a wide gap. Like a lot of stuff I'm looking at is $1,400 a month, $1,500 a month. But there's a wide gap. Like some of the stuff is like the place is like all smashed, the floors are messed up. It smells like corpses, and they want $1,400 a month. Other places are like, maybe it's nicer, but they're tiny, and like there's no laundry. You have to like take your laundry to a laundromat and stuff. The place I'm moving to has a washer dryer, so there's stuff like that, and they maybe want $1,200 a month. But it's like a 35-minute walk to the laundry. It's like it's a nightmare. So
sounds like it.
Like right now, I take a train into Vancouver. It's an hour and 10 minutes, and it's about a 50-minute walk to the train. And now my new place is going to be like a 5-minute walk to the train. So that's going to like save me a ton of time. And same with groceries and stuff. Everything's going to be closer. So
nice.
Like right now, I'm basically like where I am. There's a river. Fraser River, it goes up, and I'm at the absolute top of the mountain. It's like as far as you can be. So now I'm going to be down at the bottom.
It sounds like it's a better situation for you, man. I love it.
Yeah, I can't even walk to the train anymore. I found $2.50 today in my house to take the bus because I'm now so lazy that I'm going to have this new 5-minute walk. I can't even do the train anymore. I just like I'm walking to the bus. But
hold on. I don't know if my neighbor's like having sex or playing an instrument. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
They might be getting a divorce too.
Oh my God. Everybody's just getting a divorce. Hold on 1 moment. I think he's like playing like some heavy bass music or something. I don't know. Because he lives like right through there. So it's not like I'm being too loud at the moment, you know. I'm keeping my voice pretty low for the most part. So
you're getting an alternate Super Bowl halftime show right now.
It sounds like it.
You're getting the Charlie Kirk halftime show.
Okay.
Right now. Hey, what happened to Candace Owens? I heard she snapped and went nuts. Now she wants like Charlie Kirk's wife arrested or something.
Candace Owens, man. I don't even know what's up with her, man. She just...
I have a coworker. I got a coworker who loves her. She listens to her entire 4-hour podcast every single day.
I mean, who knows?
I used to like her, but...
Maybe Candace Owens is like Alex Jones. You know, some of us thought Alex Jones was out of his mind. Turns out Alex Jones was right about just about everything. So maybe Candace Owens is Alex Jones. Maybe we'll find in 5 years that she was right about it all.
That's the thing. That's why I don't attack Candace Owens. Because like sometimes she'll say stuff I agree with. Sometimes she won't. But it's like you can't really go all in on her because you don't know what she says is going to be true in like a year.
Yeah. Oh man.
Man, was I going to say something else? Man, yeah, that's what's going on. But, yeah, so we'll see. My whole thing is just I need one more Bitcoin rally and I'm good. Oh, it's coming up a bit. We're back up to 67. We dipped up down to 66.
So what do you think? Do you think I don't know about Bitcoin, man. I know about it. I have trouble getting on board with it. I really do. I just think I feel like it's a Ponzi scheme, a digital form of that. And that's my problem with it overall at the end of the day.
Yeah, but so many things are Ponzi schemes. Like, if you think about it, anything that has value is a Ponzi scheme. Like, if you sell, like, an antique painting that's worth, like, $3 million, that's because it's been built up that much that, someone's willing to pay for it.
Well, it's a collectible. Yeah. Collectible markets are way different than anything else. They're not based on intrinsics. They're based on perceptions. Yeah,
exactly. Like, so many things are based on perception. Like, there's some guy. Do you know who? Joe. I think it's Jonah Kahn. Do you know who this guy is?
Jonah Kahn. I'm not too sure. But I will say this though.
No. It's Noah Kahn. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay,
not a clue.
He's like a singer and guitar player, right? He's made like 2 or 3 albums. I only found out who this guy was a few days ago. His tickets went on sale in my town for the football stadium that holds like 70,000 people. It's sold out in 5 minutes, and no one even knows who this guy is. I heard one of his songs, and it was just sort of okay. And he that's what I mean. It's like this guy sells out an entire football stadium. Apparently he's doing a whole tour because my coworkers were buying his tickets today. I'm like, this guy, like, he's ugly. I heard like one of his songs, it was just okay. He just sold out like an entire stadium in 5 minutes. So I mean, what is the value of anything? I have no clue what anything is worth.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll give you the Garza method to figuring out what is actually valuable versus what we all think is valuable. Because thinking something is valuable is far different than knowing why it's actually valuable in real life. Okay. So the reason stocks are valuable is because they're producing something. They're producing a product or a service. And you could even measure the value of that company without looking at its market price. You can actually measure and understand why it's valuable, right? Gold and silver. I can measure its properties, what it can do. That I can look at its value and understand why it's actually valuable. Real estate. I know that people need places to live. I know that a house, there's limited land. There's limited houses for the most part. Not only that, not only is the limit, how do I explain this? Not only is the lack of land a big deal, but the property itself can be utilized in different ways. You can live in it. You can rent it out. You can do all sorts of things with real estate overall. But my point is, you have to look at something as it is, and you have to ask yourself the question, why is this actually valuable in the universe? Like, why? I know everybody else is telling me why it's valuable, but I got to ask myself the question, why the fuck is this thing valuable? And then you can make the determination. You just gotta really analyze it. You got to analyze it and figure it out.
Yeah, man. Like, look at who won Streamer of the Year this year. It was iShowSpeed. Like, iShowSpeed's okay. But I've never like gone up and turned on my computer and logged in and said, I got to find out what iShowSpeed is doing today. It's like, so who knows? I have no idea what anything is. Obviously, like you said, real estate companies like Coca-Cola sends a product to the 7-Eleven, people buy it.
Yep.
There's cash being exchanged. There's like a liquid thing moving. I guess so. But I don't even know, like prices in Canada are so insane now. If you go to a 7-Eleven and try and buy like a orange juice or one of those Starbucks drinks, it's like some of them are like $7 when it should be like $2. But it's just with inflation and everything else. So what is anything worth?
So
I have no idea.
The best thing I could say, if you want to succeed in life, I should say succeed as an investor. You want to own the means of production. The whole goal is to own the means of production. That's why I own Coca-Cola stock, because I own, by having a share or more, one or more shares, I own the means of production for that company. I get paid a dividend. I don't have to work a day in my life for that company. But because I was willing to buy early or whatever, I was able to invest. I'm able to own the means of production. And that's the whole goal, is to own the companies so you can own the labor. That's the way I look at it.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I did. First of all, I want to check out the comments. Seguliac Sirac 360 talked about how Candace Owens said dinosaurs were a Jewish psyop meant to take Christian faith. See, that's what I mean. Like, I don't agree with that. But she got to get over the Jew thing. Like, leave the Jews alone. Remember the time she said space was fake and gay? Yeah, a lot of times she doesn't believe in space and it's real.
Oh, come on. Come on, Candace.
But what I like about her is that she's such a heat seeker. Like, she'll just like create heat and excitement. But here's what you were saying though about assets. It's like, here's what I did. Like, normally you'd want a balanced portfolio of like, let's have some consumer cyclical, let's have some real estate, let's have some of this, let's have some of that.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, forget all that. Throw all of that out the window. Let's just go right for the throat. Huh? Let's go with the absolute highest yielding thing I could possibly find, which is covered calls on Bitcoin.
Those are traps, though. Those can be traps. Those are traps.
Yeah, it could be a trap. It could be a trap. Let's say it's 90. I put about 90% of my everything I got into that. So, because here's the thing: if I did what you're gonna do or what you're doing, I could retire comfortably in my 60s, like off of that probably.
Not necessarily, because I'm able to get a stable income from swing trading metals, precious metal ETFs. Mm-hmm. So in a lot of ways. I
don't want to swing trade. I don't want to buy low, sell high, because I would lose all my money. I would do it wrong. I'd guess wrong. I'd do stuff at the wrong time. All I want to do is collect distributions and dividends.
Which is smart, by the way. Which is smart.
But if I had more money, I could retire off more stable stocks at any time. But I only have a certain amount of income. And I'm like, if you only have this amount of income, what would you do to try and retire in your 40s? So like, this is your chance. Like if I'm in my 60s, I'm just going to be sitting around drinking soup. It's not a big deal. I don't need that much money. But it's like, why? You only live once. Why not go for it and try and retire at like 46 instead of like 66 or 60 or something?
I mean, you're making a fair point. And I will say this. I have been using, and by the way, I want to give a shout out to Nathan. I'm going to highlight his chat real quick. It says Garza method. ChatGPT. That's my investment method. Oh my God. So here's the thing. I want to say this. I tend to use some of the dividends that I receive in my portfolio as a way to purchase. I'm trying to get my thoughts straight. One moment. So I use the dividends to purchase penny stocks. Now, not just any penny stocks. I use them to purchase penny stocks that ChatGPT recommends. And this is fascinating. I'll tell you why. I'm not saying people should do this, not financial advice, for God's sakes. Just want to let everybody know that. I enjoy seeing what ChatGPT picks for penny stocks that it believes will 10x. It picks some very fascinating companies. I'll tell you that. But I will say this. It could be the reason that I retire sooner. So in a way, I'm taking a little bit of a gamble on some lottery tickets because I do consider penny stocks a lottery ticket for sure. So I'm taking a huge risk. Well, I don't say huge risk. I'm taking a very small risk by creating an entire index of penny stocks based on what ChatGPT recommends. Not saying it's a good idea. It's an experiment more than anything. I'm still taking a chance, but it seems to be working so far. ChatGPT picks some really interesting companies. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, the thing is that what's fun about penny stocks is like every day is like a NFL draft. You're just picking prospects.
Yep.
To see what would happen. That's the fun part of penny. I have one penny stock in my thing. I've got 2,000 shares of it, so we're waiting on that if that'll ever turn into anything. But yeah, penny stocks are fun. If you've got this other income, why not take a chance on some of these? You know,
exactly.
To research them, it's a good time. You know.
Yeah, and I figured, think about it this way: the dividends are coming in. I might as well use those dividends. And I usually, by the way, I usually only purchase like $5 to $10 worth of a penny stock. So I'm not like going all in or anything on these, but I'm creating an entire index of ChatGPT recommended penny stocks and seeing what happens. You know, I'm not going all in on anything.
Well,
I'm going partially in.
ChatGPT is the sentiment of the internet or of Google or whatever. So it's like, you know, you're getting like a collective viewpoint, basically.
Yeah. Well, in a lot of ways, it looks at balance sheets as well. So it's actually combing through real financial data when it tries to come up with this information. I even have ChatGPT do deep research. And when ChatGPT does deep research, man, I'll tell you what, it does a good job. It does a hell of a job, if anything. So I'm a firm believer. I'm an AI believer, bro. I love it.
Man, well, there you go. I'm just looking at your biggest streams ever. 77,000 views. Jeffrey Epstein broke the system 5 days ago. Some of your biggest ones are in the last few days. So.
Yep. Some of them I've exceeded. I had one that went all the way up to 100,000 views. I can't remember when that was, but
yeah, that was 3 weeks ago. Yeah, like 110,000 views.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, I got 100,000 fucking views in a single stream. Blew my mind. All I've been talking about is Epstein, though. I got Epstein on my mind.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I got to wrap it up. I got to work tomorrow.
Oh, got you, man. Got you.
I'm just, I'm looking at the Coos Bay News, see if there's anything here.
The Coos Bay News, baby.
Coos Bay shooting suspect arrested after fatal parking lot incident.
Was this in Staples, the Staples parking lot?
Probably, yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, I think it was at Staples, maybe.
Yeah, this was at Staples. What happened there?
So, I think there were a couple homeless people, and one of them pulled a gun on the other. Damn. And shot him completely dead. It's pretty messed up. I was a little shooken by that because that day when that happened, well, I was actually thinking about going to Staples, which was crazy. I'm glad I went against it, but it was in the parking lot, but still, you know what I mean? You just never know what could happen in those situations. So it's kind of wild.
Yeah, what's this? Who's this guy? I'm looking at another Coos Bay issue here. Springfield, Oregon. Springfield Police Department has more details led to the manhunt that ended in Coos County. Oh, do you know Marcus White?
Marcus White. No clue. Not that I could think of.
Yeah. Anyway, he's from Springfield, man. We had a crazy thing here yesterday. Some drunk driver, some like young guy, I don't know if he was like 18 or 19. He's drunk driving. He crashes into a house.
Oh, geez.
This is in my town. He crashes right into some 18-year-old girl's bedroom, and she's like sleeping, and she wakes up. She doesn't get hit by the car, but the car is in her room. It's like hovering like over her bed.
Oh my
she
God.
She wakes up, and there's a car in her room, and she starts screaming. But she wasn't hurt, though. Like, it missed her. And the guy, he was drunk. He got charged. I think he was like 20 or something. But anyway, it was really crazy. I saw a picture of it. But Gino's Pizza is 60 years in North Bend. They're celebrating their 60th year.
I can't believe it's been around for 60 years, dude. I mean, that blows my mind.
Brick Oven Pizza. That looks big.
Well, it's funny because I used to go there as a kid, and they had a jukebox, and it was amazing. It had old CDs in it. Well, new at the time. They were pretty new CDs at the time for the most part, but it had it did have some classics in there too. But yeah, it had a whole library of music all in that one sexy jukebox. They got rid of it, unfortunately. That thing was amazing. It lasted a long time, dude. Best jukebox in the game, bro.
Awesome. Yeah, you don't see those around here anymore. There's one Dairy Queen in like a town. Do you guys have Dairy Queen there?
Yeah, we got 2 of them.
Yeah, there's one Dairy Queen that still has a jukebox kind of around here somewhere.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Yeah, the owner of that Dairy Queen, he posted all his high school yearbook pictures from the 50s. That's like, they're all up in the store, but he still has one. He still has a jukebox.
Okay. I will say before you go, the one thing I love about Dairy Queen is it has a very old-timey feel. Most of them do, in my experience. They have a kind of an old-timey feel.
You know what? They sent out some coupons recently, and I bought their buy one, get one free boxes of dilly bars. And I put them in my freezer thinking I'll eat them in the summer or something. Mm-hmm. Like I got them like on a Wednesday. Yeah. Like by Wednesday that midnight, they were all gone. I'd eaten 2 boxes of dilly bars. And then I got and then I got $9 off their Blizzard cake. I got the strawberry shortcake Blizzard cake. Mm-hmm. And I was saving that for like the Super Bowl or something. And then like a few days later, the whole thing was gone. I ate an entire Blizzard cake. So I got out of control. I got out of control with the Dairy Queen coupons. So next time I see some, I'm giving them away. I can't handle that much power. I can't handle having that many dilly bars and that much Blizzard cake.
It's funny that you mentioned DQ coupons because I have like a whole pile right now. I clipped them and I put them on the top of my refrigerator. I plan on using them here pretty soon because I got some good deals on some chicken strip baskets through those coupons. So
no, it's too much power. You got to give them away.
No, I love it, dude. I'm addicted to Dairy Queen, bro. I'm addicted. That shit's crack, dude.
Ours isn't great. Like the cakes and dilly bars are okay because I think they come in pre-made. But the one here is run by like all like Indians, and every time I ate there, I got like a cheeseburger and stuff. I got sick, so I stopped buying stuff there. But I'll buy like the dilly bars and the cheeseburgers or the Blizzard cakes and stuff. But that's all I'm doing.
But Tim, I'll let you go, man. You sound like you're getting a little bit tired, and I know you got to get to bed, so I won't keep you too much longer.
Let's see what's one more thing on the chat. Someone's asking about penny stocks. I'll let you answer that for them.
So Nalder says, "What qualifies as a penny stock? I thought I 10x'd with TE Energy, but not sure if it's technically penny stock. Bought it for 90 cents. Well, a penny stock technically is anything.
It's like under $5.
Under $5, yeah, for the share price on a per share basis. However, there are companies that have a very tiny market cap, and even though the price per share is high, Sometimes the market cap is so low that it might as well be a penny stock to some degree. Either way, the most important thing is share price in this sense to determine if it's a penny stock or not. So if it's $5 or less per share, then it's a penny stock in most situations.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at so you brought it up. I'm looking at the company Zim. It used to have the highest yield. It's a shipping company. Now they've kind of lowered it a bit.
They're called Zim?
Yeah, you know about Zim? I found this company. It was at
I
one
think
point.
you told me about this.
Yeah, it's an Israeli shipping company.
Zim.
And like at one point they were paying a $17 dividend or something per share.
Oh, but here we go. Zim Integrated Shipping Services Ltd. Is that right?
Yeah, they paid 4 distributions last year. But they went from $3 to 74 cents to 6 cents to 31. They're all over the place. It all depends how their business was that year.
Damn.
And they have, I can't remember their parent company, but their parent company also has a great dividend. And they own Zim, and then they own some power plants in the US. Then they also own a car company in China.
Amazing.
It's a weird thing. Yeah, it's all Israeli owned, but it's
fuck yeah.
It's really interesting. Man.
Damn.
Oh man, okay. Well, I gotta go now. I'm losing my voice.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
I finished this entire bottle.
Is that vodka?
No, this is that it's pear liqueur with cognac. It's from France.
That sounds like a hell of a mix.
Yeah, it's like $60. But I got like I think it was $13 off at the liquor store. It's pear liqueur, cognac, sugar, and vanilla.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it was really good though. I had to try it.
It's not bad at all. Hell yeah.
And I got a haircut like 2 days ago. I'm back.
Oh, beast. Dude, looking good. I got to start cutting my hair. My hair's starting to grow out a little too much. I got like, feels like it kind of starts poking out everywhere, and I started growing like a little afro and stuff. So
no, that's the Sam Darnold. That's his look. I'm just looking at his hair.
Dude, I love Sam Darnold so much, dude. I'm so happy the Seahawks won, man. I'm stoked. Second Super Bowl of all time, brother. Second Super Bowl win of all time. I love it.
Did you see that thing where it was I might be able to post it here. I'll show you one more thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was the winning and losing quarterbacks. Let me see if I can do a share screen 1 second. Just gotta load this up.
Well, I want to thank you for participating in this experiment, man. This has actually been kind of fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. Okay, I'll share a screen. Okay, it's not letting me show. Oh, wait. Window. Yeah, check that out. Can you like pull it down a bit or something?
Oh, yeah. Let me pull it down a little bit. Let me see. Okay.
So winning quarterback. Check out the posture. You see how he's straight? Like it's a straight here, right?
Okay.
Then you can see the X. You can see the hand holding the drink.
Uh-huh.
And then she's tilted in towards him a bit. It says, I love when he wins. That's a Sam Darnold posture.
Uh-huh.
Then here's the New England quarterback. You can see like she's straight. He's tilted in. And then you see like the knees together and then the hand in the pocket. And she says, I need to upgrade. So you can see the difference between Darnold and what was this guy's name? Mace Meyer or something?
Oh, Drake May. I think Drake May for the Pats. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the difference between the winning Super Bowl and then like the Drake May here.
That's funny. That is too good, man. Well, the thing about Darnold is actually he's a pretty, I wouldn't say like buff, but he's got a great rocket arm. His arm is so good for throwing deep balls, which is why I'm glad he's on the Seattle Seahawks, because I think he's going to be utilized to the max on the Seahawks.
Well, if you look up his history, he was an all-star in like Little League baseball.
Yep.
He was an all-star basketball player. So, like, to him, football might not even be his favorite sport.
Yeah.
He might be like, yeah, this is just okay. Like, he didn't look like rattled at all. So.
He's just a natural athlete. Some guys are just natural athletes, multi-sport athletes. They just go into the sport and they dominate.
Yeah, I remember watching Deion Sanders growing up. Like, he was good. Bo Jackson. I remember hockey had this guy. What was his name? Chris Drury. He played in the Little League World Series at one point, and then he made it in hockey after. And it's like they tend to do good, if you're like a multi-sport athlete. So.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, man. Okay, well, that's good. I'm going to log off. But, maybe we got some views tonight.
That was incredible,
some
bro.
Super chat.
Hell yeah.
And, all right, they're going to pass you off. They want to talk about this Nancy G case, this lady who got kidnapped. They arrested a suspect at the border. So.
Well, Tim, everybody give a round of applause for Tim Smith. Woo! Have a good night, partner. It's good to see you, man.
All right, I'll see you next time.
I'll see you next time, brother. Bye. Woo! All right, that was our boy Tim Smith, the goat. Give me one moment. Exit out of the control room here, leave it, and we're gonna put us back to normal here. All right, so yeah, the Nancy G case, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I have not really been keeping up with that at all. Much love for Tim, dude. Hey, everybody, give a round of applause to Tim Smith, everybody. Honestly, I'm really glad that we were able to get him on because I don't really use Streamlabs that much. I'm really not much of a Streamlabs kind of guy. I've kind of veered away from Streamlabs. Not Streamlabs, I'm sorry. StreamYard is what I've been veering away from. I've been focusing more on Streamlabs desktop. It's just a better program. I have a little more control with Streamlabs, and I'm able to use Video Ninja to be able to get guys like Tim Smith on as guests, because I love having Tim Smith on as a guest. It's a very enjoyable experience, and honestly, we always have fun. It's always a good time, because Tim Smith is, he's innately curious. He's a curious man, and that's why I love having him on. He has his own opinions on things, and I respect his opinions. I may not always agree with his opinions, but I love the man. Like, I am more interested in what makes people different than what makes people the same. And honestly, I love the different perspectives that Tim brings to the channel. I feel his perspectives overall actually enhance the show in more ways than one, and also it enhances me too. Honestly, whenever I talk to Tim, it's like when I talk to my buddy Nathan about finance, for example. I find that some of his perspectives are actually really cool. Like my buddy Nathan, my buddy Tim, they both have very fascinating takes, not only on finance, but the world itself. And I really enjoy hearing those. So it's fascinating to me. I'm just curious about how people see the world, and maybe they have a lens that I haven't considered. That's another thing. Sometimes seeing the world through somebody else's eyes, understanding their perception, is a fascinating thing. I know I'm going into some weird meta philosophy shit, but it's fun. Let's see. How are we looking here? We got a lot of subscribers. We got people subscribing, you name it, man. We've been getting lots of people coming in. Lots of people coming into the show. Hey, you guys, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, though. The more subscribers we have, the better. Tap the like button. Tap the like button, tap the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. Let's react to the rest of this
Ambassador
video.
in Washington, and instead opted for Mandelson and McSweeney's advice. Now, he took that advice, and therefore...
Have a good night,
okay,
Tripical.
his chief of staff
Have a good night,
gone,
bro.
But I don't think the scandal is going to stop there.
Lady Victoria Harvey, I mean, you've been very steadfast in your support of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, but given what you've now
That's quite a long name, isn't
been
it?
reading, Well, you know, he had all his titles stripped
he's
quite
st- but
rightly,
he's
but
still got
given
his
what
name.
you've now,
Yeah.
right, but given what you've now seen about what he was up to,
So let me just
not
give you an
least-
update. Let me just give you an update. So as of within the last 24 hours, the FBI did a statement and they said, with all the information that they have seen, all the millions of files, everything, they have come to a conclusion that this was not a sex trafficking ring.
That is crazy to me. And this is where I think the FBI is fucking lying to all of us. I really do. I think the FBI is lying through their teeth to all of us on this one. I really believe that. They're lying. I don't know how anybody can believe that with a straight face.
Well, where's
So,
that statement?
Let that sink in. It's all over. I sent the link to your producers this morning. So
No, no
and
one's been able to find that statement. So you're talking about a statement. Nobody has seen this statement.
The FBI has said, and I will send it to your people afterwards, that it was not. So exactly what I told you in 2019. I said, Piers, these girls were not trafficked. And that word was too strong a word. Anyway, the FBI have recently said this in the last 24 hours. It was not a sex trafficking operation. Yes.
Well, let me bring Spencer.
My mind has been blown, by the way. So the FBI allegedly the FBI is saying that it wasn't a sex trafficking operation. Then what the hell was it? Was it just a party island? So are you saying that Epstein's island was just some sort of party island where everybody just partied and had a good little jolly good time? I mean, what are you saying? What are you saying? Also, you guys, make sure you please subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're currently